We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stutter and Craig. No, you don't get the 96-ounce Coke Zeros Blabs.
Yo, my androids, what's up?
And straight from the hood, Phoenix.
It's really enjoyable as an adult male to shit your pants.
And now, broadcasting from our homes around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, ready?
Welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, SideScrollersPlus.com. What's going on, everybody? Hey, happy Wednesday to you. Are you ready for a great show to get on over that hump, if you will? That big, giant hill in the middle of your week? Well, we're here, friends, just like every single day, ready to talk through this crazy world with you. Good to see everybody. Hello, Blabs.
Hi. Hello. You know, I just had a cheese sandwich right before I got in here, so it was good.
Listen, I have no doubt you had a cheese sandwich.
Yeah, I didn't have a cheese sandwich for breakfast. I was like, lunch.
There are things that I've learned about you, Blabs, over the past 3 years or so. You love cheese. You are a cheese connoisseur.
You missed it. I did a top 5 cheese when you were not here.
I've watched it.
Oh. Did you enjoy?
I've clipped it.
Good.
And it will most likely be going on the channel very, very soon. I also clipped
evergreen.
Yes. I clipped Phoenix's as well, the top 5 underrated consoles. Listen, I'm kind of aware of what you guys do when I'm not here. You know, maybe sort of, kind of, but good. Can you refresh everybody as a quick spoiler as what your number 1 cheese is?
Parmigiano Reggiano.
Yeah, okay, very good. I'm going to say that is probably not Tiny's favorite cheese. Tiny, what is your favorite cheese?
Cheese.
There you go. Yep. Tiny,
You lost your arms.
I did in an accident.
You look like a bust from the museum or something. It's just like a torso on a head.
A bust with a bust. Am I right, folks? Zing, zing, zoom.
Yeah.
Comedy.
Bada bing, bada boom. Congratulations.
Okay.
That's good. I mean, I don't know what that's like.
It's like that quote from Robin Hood Men in Tights. You lost your arms in battle, but you grew a great pair of boobs. Anyone?
It's always the upside.
Okay.
Is that a general thing? When you lose your arms, you go nice big old round tits?
It's a quote from Robin Hood Men in Tights.
That's when you feel uncomfortable, when nobody understands a quote you do, not you coming into a room going, I had a cheese sandwich.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's generally.
I love you so much.
You get the gong. There you go. Yes. By the way, I should play that as we bring in our next guest. Very excited to bring forward Bing Ching Ling to the show.
我们心像杜宾机场上. Yo, what's going on? It's glad to be back. You know what? That's awful, man. Losing your arms and you can't feel a pair of hard tits anymore. Well, not hard tits, rock.
You have other body parts you could do that with, Phil.
Yeah, but it's different, It's just like you're so used to touching things with your hands.
Are
you never had hands?
Yeah, but if you never had hands,
then you never lost them, Blabs.
Well,
See?
but like,
I would like
you
should say.
You can't lose what you never had.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a quote from How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Hi, Matthew McConaughey.
That's also a good movie. I actually like that movie.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
Hold on. I just want to back up really quick and Matthew McConaughey talk. I'll be damned. I just want to point out that Phillip came in talking about how tits are like rocks and hard.
Look,
he only gets the finest tits, okay?
Yeah.
Or
the type you got to pay
cancerous. Whichever.
I think
very cancerous.
Or you got a really bad boob job.
So much tumors.
I have footage of you at your poker game.
And you feel it, and it feels like a bag of sand.
It's Phillip right there.
Yeah.
That's right. Someone who I'm positive has felt all sorts of sandy tits in his life. For everyone, please welcome to the show, Phoenix. Hello, Phoenix.
Thank you. Yes, I always encourage my significant others to get cancer so their tits get a little bit bigger and a little bit harder and jaggedier. And plus, they go away quick. You're just like, well, I only have to endure this for 2 weeks.
Let me just say this.
Boop, boop, beep.
Stage 4 only. That's the website.
Exactly.
he goes
Yep.
on.
Is that like on your Tinder profile, looking for a stage 4 hottie?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Listen, I'll tell you this right now. That is the difference between side scrollers and everybody else. We can do what they do, but they can't do what we do when it comes
We
to
talk
talking about.
death and boobs.
That's right. That's right. That's pretty important stuff. So, look, so big show today. We have a lot to talk about. Apparently, we are a tiny show with no audience that people shouldn't come on, which is great. We're going to talk about that. Very much looking forward to that. If you're watching our tiny show on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Join the 142,000 nobodies who have hit the subscribe button, and the over 43,000 nobodies who have hit the follow button over at Rumble. Also live over on Kick and on Twitch, which is great. We have that. Coming up at in about 50 minutes. Very excited for this. Johnny Somali has been sentenced to jail for being a total fuckface. And we had somebody who was in the courtroom mere feet from Johnny Somali. Kangmin Lee will be joining the show to give his thoughts on it, adding yet another Asian to our show today. Very excited to that. It's an Asian takeover.
And it's very diverse because we got Chinese, Japanese, and South Korean.
You know what we should do? We should play the game. Which one's which? By the end of the show. Wouldn't that be great? It's kind of like putting all the white people lined up and be like, which one's from Texas? Which one's from
I'm gonna
California?
be for real.
Right?
Us Asians, we do that with each other, to be fair. We're very excited when we see each other in the wild. And then we take it a step further. We have to make sure we're the same kind to know how racist we are going to be with each other.
It's funny you mentioned that because whenever I see a white person in the wild, I do the exact same thing. Yeah, it's funny when I first saw Phoenix, I was like, "Whoa!" And then it was like, "Where are you from?" And then we started talking about it, and I was like, "Great! Now I can be ultra racist towards you," which is great.
That's correct. Yes, I still remember it fondly.
It was wonderful. It was before I gave him a hug. We went up, and it was like, "No, hold on, wait a second."
Which village did you pillage in your past? I need to know.
Which one did you were you a marauder? Which was great. You ever heard the definition of a marauder before, by the way?
Not the definition, no.
The definition is somebody who rapes and pillages villages.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah.
Fucking hey,
That's
man.
a hobby.
Yeah.
That is a
Add to my
hobby.
profile. Absolutely.
Yes.
Stage 4 only.
Yeah.
Maybe we are the internet marauders here on Side Strollers, which is great. Just raping and pillaging all the internet, which is good.
Quote us.
All right. So we have next week, we are starting our next big tournament on the show. We wrapped up our greatest console ever tournament, which Mr. Bing Ching Ling, I don't know if you saw the results of that. Did you see which console won the greatest console ever?
Was it like a Game Boy?
It was the Game Boy. Yes, the Game Boy did win the greatest console ever. It was, yes, thank you, Phoenix.
And it beat the PC. So we did the best console. Then there was an additional challenge that came in last minute, right? And it was Game Boy versus the PC. And the fucking master race is now the 1989 Game Boy. So very excite.com about that.
Yeah, it was spectacular. Next week, we're starting our next big tournament on the show. Very excited. We will be having the greatest video game franchise ever tournament. And this will get spicy. So that'll be starting on Monday. But today, we have a showdown, which, speaking of spice, could be very exciting. Phoenix, why don't you give everybody today's Side Scroller Showdown?
Well, we definitely, we've got a lot of wonderful Asian people on the show today. So we wanted to do something a little bit different. Here we go.
In today's All Asian Showdown, as the Asian stairs fall from the sky, it is Chun-Li versus Mai Shurina. I don't even know how to say Mai's last name. Chun-Li versus Mai. Chun-Li from Street Fighter versus Mai from King of Fighters in a battle of hotness. Bing Ching Ling, your thoughts on Chun-Li versus Mai?
I think Chun-Li is like a staple. Everyone knows who she is, but you cannot doubt those giant, awesome tits that Mai Shiranui has.
You wish
She
they were
was so
rock hard.
she was so spicy
Filled with tumors.
that
Filled with cancer.
even Masahiro Sakurai did not include her in Smash Brothers Ultimate because the game is for nice little boys and girls. So, but in my opinion, the thighs of Chun-Li are more spectacular, and there are more search results on Rule 34. So I got to give my edging to Chun-Li.
Oh, excellent. Tiny, your thoughts between Chun-Li and Mai?
I am so proud of him for really giving a lot of information on that, by the way.
Yeah,
Really.
he really thought this through, which
You
is
really
great.
did. Wow. All right. Sorry, Tiny.
No, it's okay. I can't beat that. It was a hard follow, and it's Chun-Li all the way. A, for nostalgia, and B, just for overall hotness. She's beautiful. She too has tits, by the way.
Oh.
And
Does.
thickety thick, the thick, thickety thick. Also, arguably, best move in any fighting game ever. Undefeated. The end. .com. Holla
Wow.
bitches.
Wow.
Blabs, you look really enthralled by this conversation.
I was hoping for fried rice.
Yeah, that's true. Blabs actually picked
Always.
fried rice versus noodles.
Always.
Yeah, excuse me, not noodles. It was fried rice versus lo mein, and I was rejected. I had the whole thing set. And instead we went with cancer boobs. Whatever.
All right. Phoenix, any thoughts on Chun-Li versus Mai?
Chun-Li. Easy.
Okay.
Easy peasy.
Sounds good. Well, you can vote with your super chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. We're using some new software behind the scenes today, so make sure you guys are chatting as much as you possibly can. Would really appreciate that because we're trying to overload it. And it's all just to test stuff, as well as your support on any and all platforms is great as well, so we can try to track all that stuff as well. So we're doing a lot of good stuff. Very, very excited for this. So Chun-Li versus Mai today in our side scroller showdown. Right at the bat, Damien came in as a brand new member, by the way, over on YouTube. Thank you very much, Damien. Appreciate that. Jewish as fuck came in with $1. Says, well, he said, don't read this, but I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. Jewish as fuck. Thank you very much. He also says, now there's 2 Asians. This is getting out of hand. Well, Jewish as fuck, you're going to love coming up in about 40 minutes or so.
We got a trilogy.
That's right. It's going to be awesome. Cryptic USMC came in with 10 says, there's a lot of double eyelids today. I approve. I don't even know what that means. Okay, thank you very much, Cryptic. Jason says it's all about that rice, aka Rucka Rucka Ali, as Rucka Rucka Ali says. Well, yeah, but once again we're doing Chun versus Mai today. I know you were excited. That's some sort of Asian thing. Modest Rat came in with 5, and you know what? It's funny. Usually we'd have Phillip read this, but we're not having our supers go through StreamYard today. So now I have to read this. Holy shit! 2 Jackie Chans. What happened to my dog Flawed? Word. Also, bada bing. What's up, amigos? Hello, Modest Rat. Well, Blaz, what happened to Flawed?
So Flawed's really, really busy, so I did talk to him, and unfortunately he just can't make it, so.
You know he's having his first child soon, right?
Yeah, his first, not
His
his
first.
Yeah, not his
What I
fifth
heard.
or anything.
Right. Tamamo says, I can't believe Blabs didn't include halloumi since no cheese, she is no cheese connoisseur. Also, it makes sense. Phil thinks tits are rock hard given his very intimate relationship with Harambe, or so the rumor goes. Happy birthday, Phoenix. Money goes to wherever Phil wants, I guess. I don't trust Blabs to pick anything anymore. $10 to where, Phil?
Breast
Chun
cancer.
or Mai?
Breast
No, not
cancer.
to breast cancer. No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
no.
I would say.
No, we don't want to cure that. They're going to get saggy again.
Yeah,
That's
then
true,
Phoenix
that's
has no one
true.
to date.
Exactly.
I would say Chun-Li because Chun-Li is like, well, she's in her 50s. She still looks great.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, so 10 for Chun. Gear says, so much for age ratings. Age ratings, so justice for Mai then. That's $1.17 for Mai. Vescarbino says, Phil, I'm disappointed. I'm definitely voting for Mai. Thank you very much, Vescarbino. There's $2.50 for that, or $3 for Mai. Young Stove says, I'm an ass and thigh man. Chun-Li all day forever. That's 2 for Chun. Zorak came in and says, yo, Phoenix, did you check out Replaced yet? Having a good time with it so far. I'm on chapter 3. Give this to my $5 for my.
I did, and it's fantastic.
What do you like about it? You've been talking about this game for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I mean, like, it is right up my alley. The art direction is very cyberpunk, neo-noir, kind of Blade Runner-esque. It's a really fun beat-em-up platformer. It's like a platformer meets like a Limbo or Inside, and then it has this kind of cyberpunk story to it. So I don't know if it's going to be for everybody. I think if you're into like really hardcore gameplay, you're probably not going to love it too much because there's a lot of story going on. But for everyone else, it's only $20. It's a pretty good game. I play the demo and see what you think of that.
You were pushing this game to me, not really pushing it, but you suggested it to me.
I was excited for this is not a game I don't think you would really like.
No,
you'd be indifferent to it, I think.
Yeah. I mean, the art style of it's pretty cool.
Oh, it's phenomenal. And this game has been like in production forever. Again, I don't quote me in the exact history here, but I think the developer was like in the middle of the Ukraine war, so they had to relocate, and this has been like going on for like 5-6 years, something like that. And it finally came out, and I've been waiting for it forever and ever and ever. So got to play it last night. Loving it so far.
Yeah, it looks visually, totally on board with the art style. I love that. Love that. Very cool. Nice. All right. Love that. Also, Saint D says, so today is the Chinese connection. $5 for Chun-Li. Yes, Saint. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And Zodlander came in with the 50 Swedish money. Says, hey, Project Egg, your reaction to Reloaded Asians was priceless. Love y'all. Hope you can have a great week and gaming. Chun-Li forever. Thank you very much for that.
Let's go.
And that was $5.46 right there. Thank you very much, Zodlander. And Marmalin says, Phillip is into the gilfs and the trannies now? Question mark. Well, makes sense why he's why he wants rock hard boobies. Happy birthday, Phoenix. Choose this $10 fate.
Thank you.
Phoenix?
All right. 10 is going to Chun.
Okay. And Jamcat came in with 10, says, my vote's unfortunately, ultimately for Chun-Li being a more refined and classy lady. Shout out to Maintain, though, for being 100% loyal to my boy Andy Bogard. And I do love a faithful gal. All right. Thank you very much, Jamcat. All right. We'll get to the rest of your super chats.
How much was that for?
That was for 10.
Okay, thanks.
The rest of your super chats, direct donations, and rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. Appreciate you guys popping in. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button. We'd really appreciate that. It's a great way to support the show by doing literally nothing, by clicking something you do literally thousands of times a day. I know it's a tough ask, but we're going to ask you to do that. And if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'd love to see you today, tomorrow, and every day in between, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time. All right, friends, let's get into it. Lots of news to talk about. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for hard news.
Hard news.
Now, in our run sheet, Blabs will put things on a list here, like things that would be good for the show. And we always have like a warm up. We don't like to dive head first into the deep end right at the bat. We like to get everybody a little lubed up, like fluff you guys up a little bit and have a little fun before we get into the deep stuff, right? And the way Blabs described these first two stories, I'm just going to read them. Phillip fights the fellow Asians. Blabs, that's a great description.
I thought so. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Well, Asian, I guess that's how we're going to describe you now. Bing, sorry, I'm really messing up. Sorry, Bing Ching Ling. Phillip, what's going on with this?
Oh, so this happened last year. So what happened was that this guy named ProZD, also goes by Sungwon Cho, he's actually a pretty big voice in the voice community. And he does the voices for Radagast for in God of War Ragnarok. So he's not like a small fry or anything like that. And he has I think he has like 4 million subscribers on YouTube. And he also does the voice for Abby in K-pop Demon Hunters. And he was complaining that that only white people should be able to play white parts and should not be able to voice any other parts if they're not
Oh yeah.
white. So what happened was, he started going around complaining, and one day his agent just gave him a bunch of scripts for Asian people, and he's like, "Hey, I noticed that I'm only getting Asian dudes. What's going on?" He's like, "Well, you sort of asked, you sort of did this to yourself, right?" And he started complaining about it, and he sort of got annoying to me, where I'm like, "Bro, people like you," I basically, messaged, commented on one of his posts and said, "People like you makes me want to bring back, like Asian hate." And
Do
and
it.
I just, yeah, go ahead.
No, nothing.
Okay, sorry. I thought you said something. So what happened was, I posted that, went back to sleep, and then woke up getting a ton of people just like hitting me up, and it's like, "Look what you did." I'm like, "What's going on?" So I made him quit Twitter. And he's
Wow.
like, he never came back. So it was great. And so I posted it last year, and I guess Kada talked about it yesterday, because I believe he's one of the voices in the Avatar animated movie that was leaked yesterday. On the whole entire movie was leaked on X yesterday. So I just reposted it, and it just makes me feel like a very proud Asian getting another Asian off the platform.
Good job. I'm proud of
Yeah.
you. It should be on your resume, really. I'm
Yes.
yeah.
Kata's post really blew up. This
Yes.
really ruined the Avatar movie and voice acting in general over here. Almost 10 million views. Holy shit, man. That's crazy. I want to take a step back. The Stop Asian Hate thing, man, that seemed like a blip on the radar for like a month. And then it just kind of stopped all of a sudden. Why do you think that is?
Blacks.
Oh.
No one gives a shit about Asians.
Yeah.
And honestly, we like it that way. So these new fucking generation of these wokey fucking bullshit Asians who's like, "Oh, we're not white too." They made that up, and now they're all pissed because no one's paying attention. The old school Asians don't give a fuck. We don't want to be paid attention to. We're not here. Go away.
Let us do our thing. Eat our fried rice.
Let us eat our fucking fried rice, sell you overpriced fucking chicken, and fucking move on.
Yeah. So the reason why I said blacks is because you find that this happened especially during COVID. A lot of the people, the elderly that were being killed, the perpetrators it so happens to be black people, and they even made songs about it. Asians are easy licks. It's sort of like notorious, like we won't fight back, and it's just what happened is they went after a lot of Asian people. They pushed this old man down in Oakland and in San Francisco during the lockdown. It's just like it's the knockdown game or whatever it is. It just so happens that majority of them are just so happens to be black people, and then the Democrats found out about that, so they had to immediately stop pushing that. It's like, oh, we can't talk about that anymore, and they also labeled us as white adjacent. Is because we're basically considered the either the model minority or whatever they want to call us, or it's just like we're so well off that they don't consider us being part of the POC. That's what they call it, BIPOC, the Black Indigenous people of color now.
Because it's not about race, it's about power. That's what it is. So that's what they see Asians as, basically white people. And then, of course, the most racist of all is that they always consider like Indians to be minorities, even though they're like the top money makers like anywhere you go, which is hysterical. But they look brown and they look poor. So
just also
I'm not saying that. I'm saying to these racist fuckers, they don't get the pass that the Asians do, because they just see Asians as, oh, well, they're always wealthy. They're always doing good in school. They're always this and that. So it's not about race. It's only power. And it's like one of the easiest tells is how they treat the successful races.
You are racist.
That is correct.
Thank you very much for that. That's wonderful. And thank you for that wonderful social commentary from you guys. Appreciate your perspective on that. This is not going to help. We're talking about eating fried rice and overpriced chicken. What about thermometers? As we keep it here, when Blabs' run sheet here, which literally says, I want to share this. Keeping it Asian themed. Chinese dude swallowed a thermometer 35 years ago.
I laughed so hard when I saw that.
What?
I laughed so fucking hard.
Yes. A 32-year-old man discovered his stomach ache was caused by a mercury thermometer he swallowed as a child. He said he was too scared to tell his parents and didn't want them to have to take time off of work, which, by the way, sounds like the most Asian thing you can possibly do.
Yeah.
Like, right? Like, if we want to dig into the stereotypes, the idea is that Asians work really, really hard, right? So you get upset, or your parents get upset if you're not working hard. Yeah.
That's
wonder
how
how
we
long
became
those-
white adjacent.
I want to know how
Yeah,
long
from the
those
mercury.
parents were looking for that thermometer, and every time that little kid felt shame.
Yeah, it's like where's the
I
thermometer?
knew
Oh,
I left it here 5 minutes ago. Where did
Oh, I don't know, Mom. I
Yeah.
don't know where it is.
Well,
Yeah,
this is
it's
not
like-
going to add any. This is not going to help with any stereotypes, as the guy's surname is Wang over here. Like,
Nice.
that's awesome. Said he swallowed the
Mr.
thermometer
Wang.
when he was 12 years old.
Don't you think by then you'd know not to swallow a thermometer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At 12? Maybe he
You
didn't
wouldn't-
do it on purpose.
Maybe
I mean,
he did.
Maybe he did.
How does
Yeah.
one
Like-
accidentally swallow a
Listen,
thermometer?
at 12, you're hitting puberty, you're experimenting, you're exploring your body.
He's like, I want to
like-
poop this out. Let's
Like
see.
practicing
Yeah.
deep throat, and
You
then
don't
and then
know.
Yeah.
You don't
No, that's
know.
way too long for a
Thermometer,
Chinaman.
At least he didn't shove it up his ass. That's always a positive.
You don't know that he didn't.
Oh,
Maybe
well,
that's where it
I'll
went
see
first.
Well, they
myself
said
off the
he
show.
swallowed it, so I'm hopefully
Move
they
his
don't mean
butt.
he swallowed
Maybe
it the
that's
other
where
way.
it went first.
It's
Well, luckily,
lit in
surgeons were able to get it out, finding that it was indeed a mercury thermometer. By the way, those mercury thermometers, like mercury itself, is fatal.
not good.
Yeah.
not good. Yeah.
How is he not dead?
No.
He's Chinese. He's built different.
I want to know what temperature his intestines were when they
Saw
took
that
it out. I'm
Wuhan
curious what that
virus.
reading was.
Hey!
Right.
Like, oh, you
what-
have healthy body temperature.
Yeah.
Yes, the thermometer never broke during its 20 years.
Oh,
crazy.
Jesus.
Clearly not made in China. Thank
I
you.
was going to say, definitely made in America right there. Rrr.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I got some of that American thermometer.
Look at that. That is insane.
That is
And-
some
insane.
swallowing skills.
Yes.
Yeah, what's the brand of that thermometer? Good make. Good make.
Oh, yeah.
Good
Tiny's like,
brand.
yo, I want to buy one, but not mercury, all right?
Yeah, is there a thicker one?
Wait, looking for a substitute there?
When you get bored of the hard boobs, you need something else.
Is there
Oh,
a
no.
thicker one? Phil, 2026, guys.
This is the latest baffling case. And what is it with the crazy Asians? A 46-year-old man got chopsticks removed from his throat. What the hell? What the hell is that about?
Wow.
Us crazy Asians just
He got
swallowing
so
weird shit.
confused at the restaurant. He
Yeah.
just swallowed the chopsticks and gave him the
is it?
bill.
Look at this. A 46-year-old man from China, known only as Wang.
It's not.
Why
This
is it
isn't
the same
This
guy?
is a different person, by the way.
Maybe
Is
it's
that
the same
like-
household. Maybe,
is that like
maybe
a-
it's just what they do in their house, guys.
Is it like something like a John Smith where they don't want to use their real names, so in China it's just Wayne?
Oh my God, that's
I
hilarious.
don't know. They all look alike.
And
This
the
is
idea,
Wang, and this is Wang, and that's Wang too.
I'm guessing these were metal chopsticks, right? Like you can't have wooden chopsticks in your throat for 8 years. Like surely they'd break down.
don't
and
Have
become-
anything in
Usually,
your throat.
they
for
have,
eight
like,
years.
Metal chopsticks.
Yeah, the like typically they have those like those ivory looking ones, or like
Yeah.
they're like yellow, like light yellowish colored. Typically those,
Yeah,
or
if you're
like
going
the
to be
green
at a
one.
restaurant, that's what you'll get.
Yeah.
If you're home, normally you'll have wooden or bamboo ones.
Yeah,
We don't own metal ones.
and the metal ones are more for the Korean.
Oh, okay.
Koreans,
I got Harry
yes.
Potter chopsticks.
I have no doubt.
Those are called
Harry Potter's going to be
wands.
tied
I
into
don't-
this.
Hey!
Can we, Phoenix? Can we make an asset that just like it just says, bringing it back to Harry Potter, and like,
Once a
You
day,
got it.
that's my thing every time.
just in some way, shape, or form, it always finds its way back to good old HP.
What,
here
don't
for
don't you
Blabs.
guys all have chopsticks? I do. I got Stitch ones too.
Don't you all got chopsticks?
I have a lot of chopsticks.
I do. I
See?
have a whole drawer.
Only Phoenix doesn't have a single one. He refuses.
Phoenix? She's a special one. This Blabs.
It's great.
True.
She's a special
true.
one. Yeah, it's wonderful. You know how to derail a segment like nobody else.
I didn't
Like-
derail. I just added. I also have chopsticks.
You had a
I
color,
too
as
carry
they say.
chopsticks.
You want a fucking derailment? You know what I saw today on my credit card statement? $5,000 that I didn't spend. Tiny will tell you this is fact. I'm gonna pay it because I don't feel like calling them.
Are you serious?
And she knows I'm telling the fucking truth. She knows it. Like, just whatever, fine. Just steal the code. I don't care. Make it go away.
What did they use? What did they buy?
I got to. It was 5 minutes before the show. I got to look at it.
Lots of porn. Just porn.
A lot of
porn.
Amazon
chopsticks.
expenses.
Yeah.
And fake sandy boobs.
Yep. So a lot of boob implants for strangers.
All right. Seaman Nader came in with the $2 Canadian. Says my girl too for her wrote an AI song about her. All right, Seaman Nader, thank you very much.
I like it.
Shell Beach came in. That was for two. Shell Beach came in with $5 Canadian. Says replaced. I thought we weren't allowed to play games about YouTube Peepo anymore. Hey-o. Greggy Poo came in with 10. Says Chun-Li, thick thighs save lives. All right. Big Boss Luffy came in with 10. Says I'm a white guy and able to tell Asians apart. Is that more or less racist? Also, my vote goes to the massive my Maries. That's $10 for my right there. Big Boss Luffy, you can tell Asians apart?
You're waiting for him to answer?
Yeah.
We should all wait. Just wait. How is that racist? I'm trying to understand.
No, I don't think it is.
Eye of the Hev came in. Holder says, doing my first donation ever for my sake. And speaking of Capcom and SNK facing each other, Craig still owes us fighting game players an explanation as to why he doesn't like Capcom versus SNK 2. Well, thank you very much for your first ever donation. Appreciate that. That was 10 R's. What's an R? I have no idea. Well, thank you very much. So Capcom versus SNK, I just don't like the movement in the game. I think that's probably the biggest thing. And I know that sounds really weird, but you know when you play a game for the first time and you go like, it just doesn't feel right? That's how I feel when I play Capcom versus SNK, pretty much period. I'm not a huge fan of the movement in that game. Has a very SNK feel. I've never been a big SNK fighting game fan.
Okay. Is it the rolling or the running?
It's honestly, it's like the walking and the movement that way. If that makes sense, like they feel heavier than they do in Capcom games.
A little bit, but like CVS2 has been like highly regarded to be like one of like the favors among the FGC crew. So other than Dirt Strike, right? So I love CVS2.
Yeah.
So I do get it. Whenever you're running, it's like you double tap run and stuff like that. But like, but the cool thing is that you can choose different grooves between like the K groove or whatever it is. I do really like it though. So but I feel you.
I'll say it's not that I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of it. If that makes sense. I'll still play it, but it doesn't mean I like hate it or anything. It's like it's a fine game for me. It's just not my favorite. Third Strike though, that's a great game. Marmalin came in for 10. Says it was because the majority of hate was coming from minorities and Asians don't give a fuck. Squints together strong. Okay,
let's go.
Choose this money's fate, Tiny Panda. There's $10 from Marmalin. Where would you like it to go? To Chun-Li or mine?
Please.
All right.
Thank you.
Gear says, in other words, this is the same pro ZD that somehow quote robbing voice actors despite quoting about live action roles. We thought Robert Downey is Dr. Doom. That was a lot of words there, Gear. Thank you. Zodlander says, is it racist to focus on a person's voice acting and not their race? In my opinion, if you can do the job, you should be able to do it. But but if merit don't matter, then what? Thank you very much, Zodlander.
I'm trying to understand this logic. So does that mean like, okay, so what if it's a movie about like a child? About a guy that goes after children, if you know what I mean, essay wise. Does that mean you have to be that in order to act it? Like the whole thing makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
What does the casting for that look like? Looking for yes. Must be genuine.
Must have a sign in front of your house. Yes.
At least 5 years experience. Like what is
that's
that
crazy. But it's sort of the same thing that what happened with the voice acting community as a whole, right? Like you can't, Hank Azaria cannot play what's it called, Apu anymore.
Apu,
And same thing with like a bunch of people from Family Guy. It's like, oh, if you're not black, you cannot voice this character. And I'm like, I get what you guys are trying to do, but it's like you're taking jobs from like a person who's been doing this for like 30 plus years, voicing this character, and you all of a sudden it's problematic. Like, when the fuck did that happen? It's a bunch of these woke liberals that it's like, oh, we gotta make sure that the underprivileged or whatever, or the oppressed people get to have their. It's stupid.
The underrepresented, yeah. Instead of just, how about who can just do the best job? Period. Whatever.
Yes.
You know.
It's just always people who have no experience or like is not affected by this shit at all, who is like just the loudest. That's really what it is. It's like just going back to what the fuck is that stupid idiot's name? Peter Dinklage speaking out about little people. You know, little people only play little parts. It's like, yes. And then inadvertently takes away the parts from his own people because he himself is so famous and big that he can demand, different types of parts, that he's not considering all these up and coming little people anymore because he doesn't give a fuck. He's rich,
Right.
Well, I mean, and think about God of War, right? Kratos is, I don't know what his exact ethnicity is, but it's not black, but his voice actor is black and does a great job of it. And I wouldn't want to replace him with someone that's whatever Kratos' ethnicity is. That's like a great, beautiful voice. As James Earl Jones, fantastic. Another example, black guy playing a white guy, but who wouldn't? You want James Earl Jones doing that voice. So this is all
He
just
also
stupid.
played a lion, not a lion.
Oh, that is a good point. Well, you just broke the illusion.
Life.
Thank you, Tiny. Yeah, that was a talking lion. I'll go fuck myself now.
Cryptic came in, says, we white adjacent, loving giving you cough viruses. My all the way. There's 10 for my right there. Thank you, Cryptic. Marmalin says, to be fair, in China, the top 5 surnames are like Wang, Li Jing Li, and Chen. They're literally like 1 out of 13 are Wangs. Fair whoop can choose. Thank you. There's 10. Philip, where would you like that to go?
You know what? We'll toss it over to the Japanese. Okay, just a little bit for my shoe.
Before
Magnus.
you move on,
Doing?
I want to read.
Flopping for? What is this bullshit?
Because of hentai.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Blabs.
I want to read off Seminators because he says something wrong for 2, and I have the clip, so just play.
New information now. Also on the plane crash, KTVU has just learned the names of the 4 pilots who were on board the flight. They are Captain Sum Ting Wong, Wee Tu Lo, Ho Li Fook, and Bang Ding Ao. The NTSB has confirmed these are the names of the pilots on board Flight 214 when it crashed. We are working to determine exactly what roles each of them played during the landing on Saturday.
That's not real. Is that real? That's not real.
That's
no,
real.
it's not. That can't be
is.
real. There's no
Yes.
fucking way. There's no fucking way. I
That is real.
refuse. I refuse.
And I want to point out that was their names confirmed by the governing agency right there. Like people look at that and like, what a joke. No, that they confirmed their names.
Who are the vetters and can I get a job there?
It crashed in 2013.
Yep, that's classic internet right there. Magnus says, put this towards Chun-Li and we should have Phoenix show up as Canadian Craig once in a while. That's $10 for Chun-Li. Canadian Craig was a great addition to the show. Love that. All right, we'll get to the rest of your super chats, Direct Nations Rumble rants. I did want to get Tenarian real quick. Says, I swallowed a mercury thermometer when I was 6 and didn't tell my parents either. Maybe I should go see a doctor about it one of these days. Plus, chat seems to prefer my, so put this towards her. That's 10 for my.
So that's why Tenarian is the way he is. He's got too much mercury in his body.
Yeah. You should probably get that checked out, dog. Just saying.
Yes.
Can you not die? That'd be great.
And can you give us an in-depth description of how you decided to swallow a mercury thermometer? Just give us a quick rundown of that. Silence, you idiot. Says, Phoenix, it's better you don't refund that $5,000. That one woman who gives the show $1,000 every couple months needs to keep happening. Thank you. Thank you for that, Silence, you idiot. And he also come in with 5. Says, also, did you guys see the Malcolm in the Middle Malcolm in the Middle Age reboot?
Sadly.
I guess Huey has come out as trans. Another to add to the 90s characters. I just hope Ed, and Eddie never get a reboot because I know Johnny would be next. Yeah, the Malcolm in the Middle-Aged reboot there.
I saw the clip, and it's just, another one.
I didn't know about Huey being trans. Is that a thing? That can't be a thing, right?
Why does update or / modern mean somebody has to be gay and or trans? Why is that a thing? They're like, well, we have to update with the times.
Yeah.
Why is that the times? Like, I don't understand. What world do you live in?
Everybody's gay and trans in today's world. You know, that's just kind of the way it is. So, all right, let's go and move on to our next story here. Blabs, do you remember not too long ago when Disney updated the opening to the park to remove ladies and gentlemen?
I do remember that, yeah.
And people were like, yo, what the hell? Right? This is like in 2021, 2022, when they were trying to be super inclusive to everybody.
Yeah, didn't they say like people of all ages or something like that?
Yes. Well, guess what? They're done being inclusive. As Disney fans rejoice as parks restore the gendered greeting after the inclusive scrub. You're so fucking back.
No, we're so fucking back is that this is ridiculous and you wouldn't have went there. The idea is not to go back. It is to let this place burn, not literally, but the company, be completely turned to rubble. This is stupid. You're rejoicing over being called ladies and gentlemen. Are we this fucking pathetic?
Right.
Yeah. But they have monorails, Phoenix. They have monorails in a castle.
God damn.
Listen, I love Disney. I loved Disney as much as the next guy here. But, we all saw this slippery slope that it went down. And they are literally paying for this now, which will be the second half of this story here in a little bit. Not just in money, but in people's jobs. But warmly welcoming park's guest with a cheery ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls was once the brand's standard. The phrase was uttered over 8 million times over the 2-decade tenure at Tokyo and Tokyo Disneyland. Happened then during the pandemic and socio-political unrest plagued the early 2020s. They started doing the gender inclusive language here, and now it's done. It's done. So they had said, we'll never stop working to make sure that Disney is a welcoming place for all. If you recall, not too long ago, they also vetoed like the gay run or something like that at Disney, Pride Run or whatever it was, some sort of pride event at Disney as well.
Well, that's a lot of flailing wrists on that race. Wow.
Yeah.
Pride Run at Disney? Like a parade?
Yeah. They typically have these like 5Ks where you run inside the park.
Oh, like a little run. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. This is a bigger deal than most people think. This was a purposeful change, hopefully due to new leadership that is signaling that Disney may be pivoting back to their family-oriented ways. If the parade also gets this introduction, this will mean more. The world is returning to normalcy. One equally delighted Disney fanatic forecast. I would also like to remind you that Disney parks are the only thing making Disney money right now. So if you stop going to Disney World, they stop making money. Just want to point that out. Now,
but if it brings you joy, is it worth like not bringing yourself joy just for the principle? And I know your answer, Phoenix.
Yeah.
But
because it's like if it's based on what you're saying, and not you, but this is the equivalent of if I sleep with your significant other, you catch me, I go, oh shit, and then I push her aside. I wait enough time. It's like, we're cool now, right, dog? It's like, no, they just fucking fuck your significant other.
But it brought you joy.
And you need to find better joy. I don't accept.
You do not accept right here.
Don't accept.
I love your curmudgeon ways and your hardcore ways. I do. If only people would listen to you previously, Phoenix, then you'd probably still have 1,000 more jobs at Disney, as the CEO announced 1,000 job cuts in an email to employees. They would slash 1,000 jobs.
Bye.
Yes. The layoff hits a wide range of departments, including Disney Studios and television divisions, as well as ESPN, as ESPN is in a tough spot here. The they claim the entire PR teams and specialty divisions. This is quite a bit of folks getting laid off here.
Good.
Blab? Yeah. Blaz, what do you think of all this? 8% of total staff laid off.
So they say that it's just basically a skeleton crew is left from Marvel Entertainment, which is crazy because their CGI already looked like shit, and yet there were so many people working out of overtime. So I'm really confused as to how this is going to be beneficial unless they got rid of all the really shitty people and like just have the good ones left who are going to like kill themselves slaving away to fix everything. I don't know. I mean, if they're getting rid of all the shit people who shouldn't even be working there, it's fine. But if they're getting rid of good employees who are actually like capable, then that's shit.
Well, here's the reality is that all those people who are getting laid off, they're getting laid off because of metrics, and their metrics aren't good enough, right? So, you know, whether they are quote unquote good people or good at their job doesn't really matter because they have shown that
You're
are
just
either
a number, man.
they're either redundant or they're not good enough at their job, you know?
Yeah.
Right. So, yes. All right.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Go swallow thermometers, 8% of staff.
Yeah, with
Fuck yourself.
mercury in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, idiots. All right, real quick, Blabs, why don't you read a few supers and we will get our next guest in here once you do while I get the next story queued up.
Okie dokies. Big Boss Loopy for 5 says, yes, I can. X was Japanese. I had to learn to find her in a crowd. You gotta get one of those headbands with an arrow on them.
Yes.
Do you have one, Blabs?
No, headbands don't really sit on my head. They just fall right off. Unless it's like one of the Harry Potter ones, then they actually stick
what?
But
up.
if they did stay on her head, she'd have
Get a
one.
hat.
Yeah.
Get a hat
Wait.
that does that. It's very you.
I have a weird shaped head, so the hard headbands just fall off, and then the elastic ones just fly backwards. It's really funny. They just go blink. I have a really small head.
Just every day we learn a little bit more about you.
It's a good streaming.
But it's true.
Just absolutely fascinating stuff.
Anyway, Chichiro for $4.99 says, Craig, don't even try to read my name. $4.99 for my Japan #1 and happy birthday, Phoenix.
Thank you.
All right. Commander Fan for 2 says, Mahong, the problem with Capcom versus SNK is Capcom did a lazy job blending all the styles together. You can really see it with Capcom versus SNK 2 on GameCube with the animation styles. My for SNK, please. So it's 2 for mine. Patrick for 10 says, I'm voting for Chun-Li because them thighs, don't lie, neither do I. Doom by Snoo for all the high kick enjoyers. That's 10 for Chun-Li. Gusium says, in comic books is worse. Characters are being redesigned to look like the actors that played them in movies, race swapping included. Suffer So Proud for 10 says, wrap Chun-Li's thighs around my head. All right, that's 10 for Chun-Li. And Cryptic for 10 says, my parents named me by throwing pots and pans down the stairs when I was born. Afterwards, I was thrown down the stairs too. Wow. That's 10 for my. You've seen those videos, right? Where it's like bing, bong, bong.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
We call a baby.
Let's go ahead and get to our next story. We'll get to the rest of your super chats, direct nations, rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. For our next story, I'd like to bring in from the other side of the world, coming on short notice this morning. It is 2 a.m. for Kangmin Lee.
Good morning.
How are you?
What is up? Doing great. How you guys doing?
Howdy.
Man,
Yo, what's going on,
Good
dude?
to see you. I'll say let's do this the right way.
Yeah,
and make sure all of our Asians get center priority here. This is very important, right? There we
Let's
are.
go.
All right.
Segregate them, Craig. Segregate them.
Round them up.
I love
Round them up.
segregation.
Rope them off.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So we want to talk about this Johnny Somali story here. Yesterday, he was sentenced to jail. And Kangmin, you were there. You were in the courtroom as this was happening.
I was. It was actually a very surreal experience because this was actually my first time in a Korean courtroom. But yeah,
Thank God. Right?
Oh yeah, thank God. I know it wasn't Johnny Somali's first today, but yeah, it was a really interesting experience, and I for some reason thought he would be taller than he was. He's like 5'2". He's a midget.
He's shorter than me.
Wow, just saying, maybe there's a chance.
Ew.
Still
He's
taller
slightly
than
taller.
me, though.
Oh no. Well, so let's do a quick recap of this guy. Now he's he's known for a lot of different things, mainly just being a total asshole and it being a nuisance streamer. Here's a good example of this. Text to speech while being on a bus, loud music.
I don't speak Korean. You touch me.
Getting yelled at, right? This is kind of his bit. His MO was going in, and you can see the things that he would say here. You know, not exactly. He'd go around Korea and just be honestly just a total fuckface, and that's kind of how he developed his MO. And he actually got knocked out at some point. Some guy walked up and pretty much beat the fuck out of him, which was very cool. So he gets arrested right here, and he goes to a judge and jury and gets arrested for this. And yesterday was the big culmination of this. So come and walk us through this. You were saying that he kind of walked in, he looked very stoic, and he kind of knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, it's interesting because Johnny Somali is not known for being one to control his temperaments and his, with the things that he desires to do. And he's known for his antics, lack of self-control, trolling. And I thought he would walk in that room and stare us down, troll us. Even for me, when I announced that I was coming to Korea 3 months ago, when I did come to Korea, he engaged with me on X and he said he's going to like hunt me down or something. So he's known for going after content creators, threatening them, trolling them. But then this 5'2" little midget, I don't even know if he's actually Somalian, but he walks into the room quiet, literally lifeless eyes, doesn't say a single word, just walks in, sits down, and then when the judge calls him to the defendant's table, he just comes up, walks over, sits down, super quiet. I was like, this guy knows he's screwed. And then so in the courtroom, if he does act up, he knows that he's going to get an even harsher sentence. So it just goes to show that for these kind of nuisance streamers and for anyone who wreaks havoc in society, the ones who literally, like you said, are F faces in public, like they just have to be shown like, you know what? No, we're not going to tolerate that bull crap. And the moment it's like basically disciplining a child. Once you say, no, we're not going to allow that, then they shut up instantly and they stop acting like a fool. And so it was really interesting because I literally thought he would look, because I was I was in there with a bunch of other content creators. It was packed. It was absolutely packed. There's like 50, 60 people, including content creators, Korean YouTubers, lawyers, and tons and tons of journalists. And it was packed. It was absolutely packed, overflowing. There's half of us at the stand during the trial. And I thought he would stare us down. I really thought he would stare us down and like taunt us. But he didn't do any of that because he knew he was going to get sentenced. And so, unfortunately, the prosecutor wanted 3 years, 3 years of prison time with labor. Unfortunately, the judge ruled that because there weren't any severe direct victims to his antics, they lessened the sentence to 6 months. But the prosecutor can appeal, and Johnny Somali can also appeal. So we are hoping that the prosecutor does appeal because 6 months is not enough. 6 months is like a vacation. We want at least 1 or 2 years of extracting Johnny Somali's labor and kind of giving back to the Korean people for what he's done in Korea.
Can I ask a quick question? Just like for context, what law was it that he broke? I'm imagining that Korea maybe has a different law in place for this. I'm curious what that law is.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of different laws that he violated. And of course, Legal Mindset is someone who is much more informed in terms of all the legalities and things like that. But definitely he created deep fake porn of Korean streamers and things like that and creating images of that. He was disrupting Publix. Like he would go to 7-Eleven and take ramen soup and just dump it everywhere. He went to the Statue of Peace, which is a very, very important statue in Korea where they honor
cultural
the yeah. So if someone doesn't know, if anyone in the chat doesn't know, the comfort women were Korean women who were raped brutally by Japanese soldiers during the imperialist Japanese era. And so it's a very sensitive topic among Koreans. And he went there and he mocked them, and he's just blasting North Korean music super loud in public. And the typical videos of him like going on the subway, laying down, like touching people. It's just absolute nonsense, acting like a fool and truly like an animal in public. And then so harassing citizens, harassing locals, creating, distributing deep fakes, and all of these things were against Korean law, of course. And so, yeah, Koreans weren't having it. And so, like you said, Craig, there were Koreans who hunted him down and beat him up because they're like, stop it, just stop.
So the exact counts, 4 counts of obstruction of business, interference with business. That was the core charge for many of his stunts, which, man, that would be awesome if that was brought over to the United States. Obstruction of business. Violation of Minor Offenses Act. That's 2 counts of that. And a special act on the punishment of sexual violence crimes. 2 counts related to deep fake related content right there. So a total of 8 different counts, which, added up to 6 months. And he's going to be doing manual labor. Is that right? Some sort of labor that he's doing for 6 months. So what exactly was his reaction once he's sentenced? What happened immediately after? Did he have handcuffs on? Walk us through. They announce it. Then what happens?
Yeah, so he walked in with a backpack and with all his belongings. And then so after the verdict was handed down, the judge asked him, is there any reason why you shouldn't go to prison in Korea? And he lied. He said, well, I'm still a student at ASU, which he's not. And then secondly, he says, I miss my family at home. It's like, okay, dude, you're not going to appeal to your family at this point. No one's going to listen to you. The judge was like, what the heck? And then so, yeah, and he just tried so hard, and he was really desperate because he knew he was screwed. Like, they gave him the sentence. And then so what happened as a result, then, yeah, they handcuffed him, and then they dragged him. They took his belongings, his phones, all of his electronics, his bag, and then they, escorted him out into a different entrance, a different exit than from the entrance that he came from. And yeah, he didn't look very happy, very lifeless. In all of his videos, and whenever he's streaming, he's like acting like a clown. But yeah, just completely dead.
You said drug. Was he literally dragged?
Yeah, he wasn't dragged. He was escorted. Okay. He did comply, so he wasn't like kicking and screaming like a child. But he was escorted, and yeah, it was quick. The trial lasted like 10 to 15 minutes. It was super quick. He came in. They're like, okay, this is what happened. This is what the charges. And here's the verdict. What say you? And then he's like, oh, my family, and oh, I'm a student. And yeah, it didn't work. It didn't fly. And then so basically, yeah, 20 days in detention. So he's going to be in detention for 20 days, and then he'll be transferred into a prison. And then so Korea does have separate foreigner prisons for foreigners, but he's going to a regular Korean prison. So
how's that? What's that like?
Yeah, so obviously Koreans in prison are kind of like the most nasty in society, but Johnny Somali is known all throughout Korea for being someone who is extremely disrespectful. Like all the news anchors who were covering this, and I actually appeared on Korean news, which is really funny, but all the news anchors, they were super, super pissed. They're outraged because they're like, how dare you come into our country and mock our country? And you don't even like our country, but you come here and desecrate everything that we hold dear. Like, we're not going to tolerate that, right? And so in prison, I will predict that he probably will not be treated well and welcomed with open arms. And so it's going to be a 6 months of hell for him in prison, but also the kind of work that he's going to be doing. I do think it's going to be factory labor. And so, yeah, well, thanks for giving back to the Korean economy, Johnny Somali.
Just for a little clarity here. Can we expect Johnny Somali to see what you would normally see in an American prison? And by that, I mean big things going into tight spaces.
Yeah. Please.
Well, I will not opine upon that. I have no idea.
Thermometers, Craig. Thermometers.
How often the bar of soap is dropped and things like that. But I will say that he will probably not be treated well.
Like I want him to fart, and then when he farts, it sounds like poo. Like I just want it to like just.
What do you think, based off of your interactions with him, both privately and publicly? Do you think he's actually going to learn anything from this, or will the next 6 months really help from that?
No, absolutely not. I don't think so. And this is why the punishment has to be harsher. The harsher the punishment, the more, like, I guess, someone like Johnny Somali will be like, oh, frick. Because 6 months, yes, while it's long, it's not long enough. Like, he has to really feel the brunt of basically like the consequences of his actions. And everyone in my comment sections, all Koreans everywhere who heard this news, they're like, this 6 months is not enough. He should get the maximum sentence, at least 3 years, like 3 years, because the way that he treated Koreans and the way that he came into Korea and just completely, and it was not only for Korea, but all the other countries he was a complete clown in, like Japan. They're like, Korea, why? Like, you should have sentenced them more. And I think it's like, it's not only for Johnny Somali specifically, but it's all for all nuisance IRL streamers, because 6 months, yes, while it is a good amount of time. I think most people don't think it's enough. And then so if you got 3 years, like 3 years is a long time. And I do think that would be a much stronger message to send into the world for nuisance streamers to, maybe stop being such an asshole for views.
Now, should we hate the streamer more or the people supporting this type of content more, do you think? Because they're doing this for a reason. It's not like they're doing this for funsies. They have big reason to do this. Money,
I think both should be sentenced to prison for life.
I agree.
Send
them all to hard labor.
Go to prison. Yes. Turn big rocks into little rocks. Just get in there.
Well, you know what's
and not fun tit rocks, right? Not fun rock
not fun bags.
No.
What's amazing about this is he actually did not think he was going to go to jail. He legitimately did not. He posted several times about how he was when he was streaming, he's like, no, this ain't gonna happen. I got a good lawyer over here. Here's a little snippet of that.
I know for a fact I'm not gonna go to jail. Not one day in jail. I'm gonna laugh my ass off when all these motherfuckers are saying I'm going for 30 years, 20 years, 5 years, 10 years. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm not even gonna do 1 day, bro. They're gonna give me a fine.
He looks like that Beetlejuice character, doesn't he? That with the shrunken.
Little Sour Stern. Yeah.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, man. It's a wonderful potential. I would not say it's an end, but it is definitely a big chapter of the nuisance streamer aspect of streaming. And if we can just bring some of these wonderful little Korean laws over to the United States and penalize some of these asses who are out there doing their thing, man, that'd be wonderful. That would be wonderful. And
absolutely,
it's great to see. Well, Kangmin, I'll tell you what, man. Anything else you want to add before we let you go? I know it's super early over there.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I very deeply despise IRL nuisance streamers, and I'm a Christian. I love all people, but they're just the worst. They're the absolute worst.
It does test your faith, doesn't it? It does.
Yes,
test
it really does. But one thing I will say is thank you to Johnny Somali for bringing together not only the entire internet, but the entire world in a moment of peace and harmony and agreement, where every single person from every single background, from every single walk of life, from every single political, part of the political spectrum, they all came together and they're like, yes, yes, Johnny Somali's going to jail and he's going to do hard labor. Everyone loved it. Left, right, front, center, young, old, black, white. Everyone loved it. So, rare moment of world peace. So maybe there's one good thing that came out of this.
Amen.
Well, appreciate you hopping on with us in the middle of the night over there. Go get some rest, and thanks for your coverage on this. I'm sure it's been really good for you, and appreciate you taking a few minutes, buddy.
That was a great day. Thanks for having me, guys.
Man.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, guys.
You can find Kangmin's channel link in the description. We'll make sure we put it down there so you guys can find it. What a stud for hopping on with us today, even for just a few minutes. Getting on the boots coverage from a big story in the streaming world. Great stuff right there, man. It's awesome. All right, Blaz, while I get the next story queued up, would you please read a few supers? And then we'll get an update from Phoenix.
Okie dokies. Piston for $4.99 says, it's as if voice acting is not a visual medium. Somehow leftist logic calls for accurate racial casting for voice acting, but not traditional acting. Dirt is King for 10 says, my, because I love her huge tracts of land. That's 10 for mine. Guardian Dark Angel for 5 says, late to the party, but while Cycruno is certainly a bad guy and a racist, he's not a pred based on current info. I hate defending him. He's anti-white. Gaia for Canadian 20 says, in the immortal words of Detective Carter, all of y'all look alike. Put this towards my, so that's 20 for mine. Zod for Swedish 20 says, I hope the prosecutor appeals for a longer sentence. Israel for 20 says, anyone excited for Godzilla -0? 10 for Chun-Li. He says 20 though, but why is it 10 for Chun-Li? I don't know. It's 20
put it
for
all
Chun-Li.
on there. Well,
Yeah.
Phil, you excited for Godzilla -0?
Yeah, I saw the trailer yesterday. It looks really good. I love the first one. The first one's great. But yeah, the teaser was awesome yesterday. Great.
Zod for Swedish 50 says, I know he won't pick those cabbages, but I hope his sentences sting. Shout out to Legal Mindset. Thank you. Squatch Hammer for 5 says, apparently there's cotton farms in Korea and picking cotton by hand is laborious. Oh my. Nathan for $4.99 says, one thing to note, there is another charge for child sexual harassment in another district in the city, so RKI can get in legal trouble again. Oh boy. Gear says, at Kangmin, can't wait to see that arrest on Emaru Hassan Saikuno. That guy, I can never say his name. Whole offline TV crew and the former members, send them to jail hardcore Lee. #my. That's IDR 50. I will get you the currency exchange later. Real Warrior for 5 says, Johnny's going to be screaming in Taekwondo in prison. My, all the way. That's 5 from my. So I will get you the currency in a second. We're caught up.
All right, awesome. We did have a couple up top, by the way, from a serious man. Says the non-chopsticks owners are the minority on this panel. $5 for chow mein. I mean, thank you very much, a serious man. Soul Silver came in with 5. Says 4/15/26 shall be marked as the day when side scrollers went full Asian mode. God bless you all for brightening my day while I live in communist Canada. Chung Lee, please. 5 for Chung Lee right there from Soul Silver. Appreciate your support, buddy. All right, real quick. I want to get to this little story. This is probably one of the craziest headlines I think I may have ever seen in my entire life. I honestly thought this was real. This from the New York Post. Melissa Etheridge recalls moment late son came out as straight at 11 years old. Mom, I'm sorry. This is a real headline.
No, it's not.
Quote, no, this is very real. I thought this was, I said this right. I thought this was a Babylon Bee headline right here.
I feel like I'm being trolled right now. There's no.
You are not being trolled. I saw this.
Fake.
I saw this and I thought, I have to hear about this. So I pulled up the clip myself, did a little journalism here, because we are the #1 video game and entertainment podcast on God's green earth here, right? So I have the clip where Melissa Etheridge on the Kelly Clarkson show talked about her son coming out as straight. Now, for those who don't know, I know it's very hard to tell the difference. This is Melissa Etheridge over here, and this is Kelly Clarkson. Right? They do look very similar. Now, at this point, they're talking about tomboys here. And I wanted to open this up. This is about a minute into their conversation. Listen to how weird this statement is here, specifically talking about tomboys and tom girls.
Nothing weak about when little girls are strong.
Yeah, I think it's sexy.
Yeah.
It has changed.
Can we just stop down and just that statement alone is
Sexy?
so freaking. Once again, I want to listen to this.
There's nothing weak about when little girls are strong.
Yeah, I think it's sexy.
Yeah.
So Kelly Clarkson thinks
That's
that little
crazy.
girls being strong is
Ew.
sexy.
That's your
Is it-
first reaction.
Straight to jail.
I don't want to be here anymore, guys. I can't do this
Yep.
anymore. I can't.
I
don't
hear
wanna
you,
live.
dog.
I don't want to live anymore.
Straight to jail.
And I looked through this. Not a single comment in the comment section is about her being like, it's not weird. Like, this isn't weird that Kelly Clarkson said that little girls being strong is sexy. Are we serious now? Anyways, let's go and continue.
That's what I want to say. There's nothing weak about when little girls are strong.
Yeah, I think it's sexy.
Yeah.
It has changed a little, but it is funny because my son, who's 9, he's about, or 10 now, it's funny, he will ask questions though. And I love that there's people like Harry Styles or other you know men out there really like owning whatever the hell they want to do.
The most disgusting example of a man doing what he wants to do, as Harry Styles is notoriously known for wearing dresses and
Yeah,
all
what
that
the fuck?
stuff.
You could have
right?
just compared him with Ezra Miller. It would have been the same thing.
Also, this is such a reach for Kelly Clarkson to try to relate to this fucking guest, you know what I'm saying, to Melissa Etheridge, like, I too have a male child, and I also love gayness. Huh? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I hate.
By the way, this is Harry Styles. If I just search Harry Styles dress, was not a one-time deal.
No.
This has been a consistent theme for Harry Styles over here. But hey, I love that Harry Styles is out there showing off my 10-year-old boy that it's okay. Okay, whatever.
Because he's like, well, somebody told me I couldn't, paint my nails. And I was like,
Correct. Good job. You should not be painting your nails. Sorry, go.
Whatever the hell they want to do. Because he's like, well, somebody told me I couldn't, paint my nails. And I was like, you can do whatever you want. Yeah. And so there still is that influence of like, what is boy, what is girl sometimes. It's annoying, especially when you're a parent. You're like, just do whatever you like.
I'm sorry. As a parent, at no point should you ever say, just do whatever you like.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Child Protective Services should be showing up to Kelly Clarkson's house and saying, what's going on?
Yep.
Like that's the biggest thing that I'm hearing right here. Let's continue. We haven't even got to Melissa Etheridge talking about her son.
What is boy, what is girl sometimes. It's annoying, especially when you're a parent. You're like, just do whatever you like.
Oh, heck yes.
It's fine,
believe me,
but...
and the kids find, the kids come in all who they are anyway. And then just watching them find that is really, I remember my oldest son, Beckett, who actually passed away when he was about 11, he came to me and goes, Mom, I'm sorry, but I think I'm straight. Okay.
And we all laughed together.
These people.
And this is why I am a fucking annoying, stubborn bastard. You don't give culture in it. You don't let them take even an inch. To answer your question, that's why Disney, no, you decimate it. And then wherever they go, you decimate that. Their children's children, you keep decimating everything they do to remind them that the minute you try to encroach on our culture, boom, we'll level you immediately. Because all of this is a culture that was not secured. It was not tended to. We just let it go. And so now you can actually say on stream, my son came out as straight, and apologize for that. Apologize for being considered quote unquote normal is now seen as a dramatic experience for a kid. Look at how much you're fucking these kids up. So that's why I say decimate everything, no mercy at all. Not even a molecule.
So to answer your question, yes, this is a real headline in the year 2026. I'm sorry. I thought the idea of coming out was that you were doing something that was different, right? And tell me this is more
straight is different now.
Right. Tell me this is not about indoctrination. Like you don't live in a world of total indoctrination where all this is around, where your son has to quote unquote come out as straight.
Yeah.
Tiny? Yeah, by all means, guys, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Tiny.
I wasn't saying anything. I was just feeling itchy all over my body. That's all.
It's I feel like these people are just doing it just because they want to be accepted into the cool kids club of the leftist group, right? I think most of the time they're just trying to do this, like, oh look, like they go to their Sunday book club. My son is actually trans now, right? It's just I just feel like I forgot like there's like this this TV show. I forgot it's on TLC or whatever, where it's like the Jazz Jennings or some shit like that, and like the parents basically use their kids as a prop to sort of like push their agenda.
It's lack of personality, lack of life. That's really what it is. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's very sad, like seeing that they're trying to do this just because they're trying to use their kids to get like rich or whatever. Look, I'm on TV. Look, everyone on social media is giving me likes and stuff like that. And I think that them getting this kind of like endorphins from getting a bunch of likes on social media, it's sort of a very good example would be what's it called? Like Dylan Mulvaney. Like Dylan Mulvaney, I'm coming out as non-binary. Not a lot of likes. No one really liked it and stuff like that. And until Dylan Mulvaney came out as trans, and all of a sudden started getting a huge bump and started getting famous because of day one of becoming a trans, and then. Like, I think that's the reason why. And a lot of people would delete those posts. Like, I didn't get enough likes. I'm going to delete this post because I didn't get enough likes. And I think that social media has ruined a lot of people because of that.
Yeah.
The social contagion aspect of this, 100%. One thing she did not bring up was Melissa Etheridge's son, Beckett Cipher was his name, died at the age of 21 from causes related to a years-long opioid addiction here. So he got hooked on all the stuff after he shattered his ankle by being a professional snowboarder here. But
less traffic.
What's that?
I'm sorry, I just said less traffic. That's all.
Well, that's insane. It's obviously insane, and yes, that is 100% real. So, all right. What are you giggling at? What did I miss?
Nothing.
Did your joke fly over my head?
Oh, everything's fine.
Okay.
I was stating a fact. There is now less traffic, which is good. It's always an easier commute.
Yeah. No joke, just facts here.
No, just facts.
Yeah. All right. Just facts. And I love that about you, Phoenix. I truly do.
Thank you.
I truly do. It's wonderful. All right. Before we get to our next story, which is a big fat guy criticizing our show.
Oh,
which is great. I do want to let you know that this episode is brought to you by our friends, once again, over at Rumble Wallet. Now, I'm going to say this right now. On the side of your screen over here, you want to download this today because we're going to be using Rumble Wallet next week pretty intensely. So get ahead right here. But for those of you who have no idea what Rumble Wallet is, this is a great alternative and a way for you to support creators in the best way to where, by the way, did you know that on YouTube, when you send a super chat, YouTube takes 30% of that? And when you sub over on Twitch, Twitch takes half of that, goes to the platform. With Rumble Wallet, you know what creators love? All your support. Not just like 70%, 50%, but 100%. And that is where your money goes, to the creator when you use Rumble Wallet. 0 fees associated with it. So you can super chat with things like Bitcoin, Tether Gold, and the tip goes directly up in our Rumble chat. We read it right in real time when it happens. Always make sure it's read. So you can download the Rumble Wallet app by clicking the link on your screen, scanning that QR code right over there, or going to wallet.rumble.com and downloading it directly from the app stores. It's super easy. Once again, we're going to be using this heavily, especially during next week's tournament. So just giving you heads up on that. Get up on that real quick. It's an amazing way to get rid of the middleman and help the creator economy, specifically over on Rumble. Shout out to Rumble once again for making this disruptive technology. We are big fans of alternatives. This is a great alternative, and we appreciate them for supporting our show. Thanks very much, Rumble Wallet. All right, let's go and move on. Blabs, why don't we get a couple? Actually, let's get a couple supers in, and then we'll get an update from Phoenix, and then we'll go to the next story, which unfortunately has to do with us.
I want to point out that Phoenix is drinking a Coke.
What?
Coke Zero?
Are you okay?
I saw
you're a
that.
Pepsi guy.
I saw that. I saw that. I heard him open up the can. I saw the red can.
They ran out of Pepsi Zero, so I had to get something.
Who's they?
Yeah, who's they?
Yeah.
The aliens?
People.
Chinese? Who? Anyway, Bentley Guy for 10 says, oh, I can't read this one. Hello, Fear and Tiny. That's pretty good, I think. Anyway, I got a joke for you two. Why are there no Asian gangs?
What's
There's
that?
so many Asian gangs.
There are a lot.
So many.
Yeah, I was gonna say this doesn't land, but he says because they're all in study groups. With that said, give this donut to whatever girl is Chinese. I can't tell. Hashtag Montez. Which one's Chinese? Aren't they both?
Well, Chun-Li is 100%.
Yeah,
Chun-Li.
Chun-Li's Chinese.
And I
Chun-Li
guess
is
it's 10
Chinese.
for Chun-Li.
Okay.
And then Coming a Fan for 2 says, I watched the Godzilla -1 with my mother, who usually doesn't like these kind of movies. But she really got into it, so we're both excited for the new movie and to see where they take the story. My, please. That's 2 for mine. And we're caught up for now.
All right, awesome. Today has a quick update on why he ate his thermometer. Says, I was a dumb kid and bit into a thermometer for the hell of it.
Okay, so he literally ate it. He bit it and chewed it.
He did it on purpose.
Fucking man, dude. Wow.
Oh my God. Interesting.
No respect. He went from weirdo to now alpha male to Phoenix.
He says, interestingly, I always did well in school after that. I accidentally find the source for Asian power. Or did I accidentally find the source for Asian power? I also ate whale and dolphins, which is full of mercury. I'll be okay.
Like while they were
$10
alive
for
in
mine.
the ocean.
Yeah.
You know what? We should test the intake of mercury in everyone. And we'll compare it to the Asians and see how much mercury. Do they have higher mercury in their body than
so
we
high.
do?
Yes,
Probably.
so high.
Maybe that's the source of all the big brain power. Mercury.
Oh, maybe. Good
Craig,
idea.
how much was that for and for who? I didn't
That
hear
was for 10. That was 10 for my.
Thank you.
And Shara came in and says, happy and bouncy and jiggly wiggly, rounded mounds just leave me all giggly. A couple for supple and simple delights can bring out a smile for every straight man and some chicks too. $5 for Mal from Cherrick. Thank you very much, Cherrick,
Mal?
for that. It's probably for my.
Oh, I was like, Mao? I was like, yeah. Great.
Mickey Mouse.
All right, Penis, let's get an update from you on our Chun-Li versus Mai showdown.
This is actually really close. With actually just like a few minutes, it was like $1 difference. Right now, here we go. It is $117.46 for Street Fighter's Chun-Li and $128.08 for Mai Shiranui. Nailed it, Phoenix.
Yeah.
That
was good.
Mai has some amazing bouncing jiggle physics. Probably some of the first jiggle physics in video games. If you go back and look, she's pretty impressive. So let us be known. There we go, right there. Thank you very much, Phoenix. Appreciate that. Okay. So yesterday we talked a little bit about the quartering Kino Casino situation, and we posted a video over on YouTube for of that clip for people because people were interested in what we had to say, which has been very, very cool. And why? I don't know. We just talk about things on a day-to-day basis. But I found one comment that was very interesting, and I read a lot of the comments on YouTube, and not so much over on X, but definitely over on YouTube. I was looking through the coverage of the quartering Kino Casino stuff and saw this comment. And I just wanted to confirm that it was true over here. This person said, I'm so thrilled you covered this as well, especially when he hired Mel, taking her off her show. He did it on stream and said y'all were a no-name channel that she was, quote, wasting her time on here. Now, Melanie Mack was on our show at the very beginning, and she did leave to go work for the quartering. And I got no beef with Mel. I don't have to agree with her on everything, but we have a wide range of folks that come on our show, and I don't agree with everything that everybody says at all times. And why would I? Otherwise, we'd have an echo chamber here, right? Look, I know that Phillip over here likes various foods that I don't like, and for that, I hate him for that. But it's wonderful.
As you should, Craig. As you should.
Yes. Now, a creator named Nobody, who, and that's literally what he goes by, Nobody, found the clip. So shout out to Nobody for finding this. I honestly couldn't believe that he dug through and found it. So
you had to watch the whole episode. Big props to him.
Yeah. You actually had to go through and find it, which was tough. And they edited it, which was incredibly nice. So shout out to Nobody once again. But he actually did find the clip itself here, which was honestly kind of amazing. So it is confirmed.
I was on Side Scrollers 2 days a week, Tuesday night and main event too. Jesus, why is she on Side Scrollers? Done. The offer's out. How much should I offer her? She was on Lol Cow too. Yeah, but I think she just does, her own. What's wrong with Side Scrollers? She's way bigger than Side Scrollers. She needs to be on shows that build her, that add exposure for her. I've never watched the show, but I know she's someone with hundreds of thousands of subscribers who should be on big shows. It's just a fact, Jack. If she wants to grow a brand, she's got to be on shows that they need her. She doesn't need them. If Melly didn't go on my show, but someone's in their job, I don't give a fuck. It's just the truth. It'd be like me being being mad if Melly didn't go on my show, but went on, of course, or went on Ben Shapiro's show. Of course he would do that. For drama channels. I mean, I said what I said and I stand on it. She's way too big of a talent to be slumming it on small shows. I mean, I'll triple down on it. I don't care. I should put her on Friday Night Tights since I own it. That's true. I might do that. I should probably do that.
So there's the clip, which was interesting to see. And look, admittedly, we have grown quite a bit since Mel was on the show. Like I said, this is no beef in Mel. And by the way, I have reached out to Mel. I know that Jeremy is her boy, but she needs to know that her boy is a dick. and talk about people that and things that you don't do, right? Well, you don't flag people's channels first and foremost and try to get them removed, which is where this whole thing started. And somehow we get brought into this. And I think the best way for us to speak on this is really the response from other creators here and see what they're saying about this. This is from Meg. Dick move. Everyone is welcome to say no to any invitation. And just because someone says yes doesn't give them authority over the decision or future decisions to collaborate with certain creators or shows. Craig is a stellar host and believes in helping build creators big or small. He also can maintain eye contact with the camera without looking like he just farted, hoping no one heard it. Thank you for that, Meg.
It's a good talent to have.
Yeah. It's amazing, right? I think it's so here's the thing about Jeremy and the quartering as a whole, right? Because a lot of people have talked about, we see. I posted about this over on X. I said you can say a lot of things about about the quartering, but the one thing you can't say is that he has an ounce of class, right? Which he is who he is. He has shown who he is through all this right here. And this person says, and yet somehow amidst this drama, he seemingly managed to get 10,000 subs in a single day on Monday, right here, kind of shoving this in our face, right? Which I think is great. Fucking A, awesome. And so I went into a Social Blade and I started doing a little bit of digging. And let me tell you this right now. The quartering, doing great right now. Look at the views here on a day-to-day basis. Day-to-day basis. I mean, this is quite spectacular. Quite spectacular here. But this just didn't really line up to me. I was curious because I went in and I looked at his videos over here. And for a guy with 2 million subscribers, he's getting between 10 and 50,000 views on a video. That does not add up to all of this over here. It does not add up to 1 million views a day. So I thought to myself, how is he doing this? Then it dawned on me. Shorts. Shorts is how he's doing it. Can I show you one of his shorts here? And this is all going to tie together here. This is a short from the Quartering channel.
What are the oranges for? Well, I bet it tasted good. Let me know what you think.
So what he's done, and if you scroll through here, you'll see that he did not add anything to this at all. Not a single bit outside of an intro and his watermark on this short here. He added literally nothing. But this is not a standalone thing. Let's go to more.
What are the orange?
We can go check out more of his shorts, and you'll see that that's literally all he does when it comes to this. It's literally taking other people's content.
This Patriot astronaut was having none of this woke reporter's bait questions. You absolutely love to see it.
Pull this up. Here we go.
Just for.
Oh, bingo bongo. Where are we at? So he literally is taking things and.
It is a big question, and I
literally just repackaging them as himself, and that is how he has grown over on YouTube, and it's fraudulent, which I think is a phenomenal way to describe Jeremy and the Quartering. He is a fraud. He is a manipulator. He has done everything he can to be the worst possible content creator that you can while maximizing other people's content. He's not had an original piece of content in the 10 years or so since he's been creating. And look, I used to watch the Quartering when he started off, right? We've all seen it, but he's shown who he is, right? He can't do anything by himself. Everything he's touched, he's built off other people's backs and literally other people's content right here. He's the worst type of content creator that you could possibly be, not having an original thought for himself while coasting on other people's accomplishments right here. And I think that is exactly what needs to be said. When the story is written about him, yeah, he can have all the money in the world. He can make all the money from other people's content, but not a single cent will buy him an ounce of integrity. And that's the worst thing about him. Any thoughts on, you guys have any thoughts on the Quartering?
Yeah, I think I know that YouTube is like really trying to push for channels to do shorts, right? And but I think the way that he did it is, it's sort of like it's sort of lazy, and it is definitely stealing content. Is because like he doesn't add any value other than the intro, right? He's not reacting to it or anything like that. So and even the of course, like, you know, when people make shorts, like we make the thumbnails and then we show the thumbnail that like that people are looking at. So when people are swiping through, it's like, oh, this guy's a relatively big guy, and then he adds nothing to the actual content. And most of the time, like that's when it comes down to like reacting. If you just sort of like let it play and not react to anything, that in most of the time, 9 times out of 10, that would be considered stealing content, right? And you can actually like someone like H3H3 would sue him for that, right? So in my opinion, with the whole thing with the whole false flagging and stuff like that, like I used to watch a lot of his stuff back in the day, and I think that, you know, we're trying to, the reason why we're upset at him is because we're trying to like, hey, bro, like you don't do this. This is like something that we like. It is a non-spoken rule that we do not false flag other channels just because they said mean things about you. So, you know, if you're that sensitive, then like you shouldn't have become a YouTuber to begin with, right? Because you're considered a public figure at the time, especially at how big he is.
Craig, you know what you should do? You should just film yourself real quick. You're like, hey, can you believe this? And then just do a segment of Jeremy just talking, and just do shorts of that, just tons of it.
I literally thought about that.
Can you believe this?
Going like, can you believe this guy stole this guy's content? And
Yeah.
it just totally farmed the shit out of that. Maybe
Yes.
we'll do that later today. I'll send that over to our social guy, and we'll have him do it, and we'll just have him slice them all together, and we'll literally just retake his content and just farm the fuck out of it and grow exponentially. I think that very meta of him. I love this because, you know, we talk about insecure narcissist, and that is what Jeremy is. He's an insecure narcissist, something that we've seen over and over and over again. Someone who suffers from imposter disease, who doesn't think that they have the talent to actually be there, and then ultimately uses other people's content to further themselves. And then in doing so, looks around and realizes that they have no talent. They have no actual skill or ability to grow anything on their own, and they have to work off other people's talent and skills. And he's no better than the people he complains about. An insecure narcissist. My channel's under attack. They're all coming after me. Nah, dude, you did it to yourself, man. You did it to yourself, and you're doing it to yourself over and over and over again. And continue to grow with your shorts. I mean, it'll ultimately be it's be exactly like you, fraudulent. It won't equate to anything. It will ultimately be an audience that doesn't care about you. And I can tell you this, one thing that I do know about our audience is that we have a connection with our audience. We talk to our audience, and the thousands of people that tune in on a day-to-day basis to us care about us, and we care about them. And more than anything, the big difference between us and them is that we care about our show. We care about our audience, but we also don't take ourselves too seriously, right? Our show is built around us kicking each other in the balls on a day-to-day basis. And that's the difference between us and you. We know that there's people out there that are like us, and we know there's people out there that aren't like us. And you know what? We're fine with that. But we're certainly not going to go try to attack them for having an opinion about us, or potentially take down a channel, or scoff at them for how big their channels are. Because guess what? At a certain point, I was that, you were that, we were all that. And I think it's really short-sighted to think that. And if we can help people grow on a day-to-day basis and grow with them, and they help us, and you help, and we help them, vice versa, that's a great opportunity for everybody. And we've seen a lot of creators grow alongside with us since this show was launched. Some bigger than us, some smaller than us. And it's been awesome to see that. And if we can be a platform for them, and they can be a platform for us, it's a big win for everybody. The best way to grow is by working together and not ripping off other people's content. It's just a damn shame.
Do you think it's that deep for him, or do you think he's just taking advantage of the current trend of TikTok brain, where people just scroll and just blindly follow or like things without checking out other content?
He is the epitome of an opportunist. Absolutely. He sees a trend and he runs after it. The difference is that Jeremy chases trends. We create trends. That's the difference. And we will continue to create trends. So
it's a great commercial, Craig.
It is what it is. So, you know, I don't, you know, you know what the irony of all this is that Jeremy, through our DMs, I've DM'd him a few times. We haven't had like any in-depth conversation or anything, but he's talked about coming on our show. Interesting. the irony there that he would want to come on Side Scrollers for us being such a short nobody show. It's just amazing. So anyways, we're going to continue to do what we do. And, we'll have people like Jeremy who, I'm sure he'll make a video about us, or maybe he won't because we're such a small channel. But either way, we're going to do what we do, and we're going to continue to shift culture in the best way that we possibly can, and not just react along the way. So, all right. Yes. And Nobody Has Spoken is in the chat. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate you finding that. That was a lot of hard work for you. And honestly, watching anything that Jeremy does on a day-to-day basis is incredibly tough. And we appreciate you finding a way through that right there. So, all right. Yeah. Anything else to close that out? Sorry, that was more of a me thing than a you guys thing, but by all means.
No, everything
all right, awesome.
You said needed to be said.
Labs, fire away. What do we got?
So there was this one that we skipped over until it was relevant. A forced name change for 5 says, with all the allegations circling around Jeremy, he deleted videos and his live meltdown. Your former co-host Melanie Mack may be out of a job soon. Just saying.
Well, like I said, I have no beef with Melanie at all. And one of those things where I can have friends that I don't like, and that's totally fine. That's literally life. That's society. I don't know. And we have people on our show that I don't agree with everything with, and that's totally fine. But, what's the old saying about, you are who you associate with. So take that for what it is.
Yep.
All right, Aiden for 10 says, I'm super excited about the NHL playoffs. When I go to watch the parties at Victory Park, I'll wear the proper attire to represent the Stars and bring my Texas flag, wave it proudly. Go Stars. Jesus is here, look busy for $9.99 British pounds. Says, on the subject of extremist parents, I saw a video of parents phoning the police because they found out their son was right-wing. Then they kicked him out of the house. So sad what Britain had become. Jesus Christ. All right. Dan Evil Robot has been a member for 30 months. Thank you very much. And then for Canadian 20, he comes in and says Chun-Li all the way. So that's 20 for Chun-Li. Zod for $5.46 says, have a great weekend, Chun-Li for the win. So $5.46 Phoenix. Maya's Japanese, by the way. Oh, hi, Blabs. Looking saucy today. I don't know what that means. I love Harry Potter show is great, but it's not a faithful adaptation. Thank you. Aiden for 5 says for Chun-Li. That's 5 for Chun-Li. Symbiote for 20 says 20 for Mai. As iconic as Chun-Li is, I had more fun playing Mai. Lord of the Ree _ for 5 says, you're down bad when Sticks and Hammer is the one who dodged a bullet comparatively. Thank you. That's a lot of big words in there.
Sticks, Hex, and Hammer, yeah.
Him, I think. Is it a girl? I don't know.
No, it's a guy.
Okay. Jeremy phrased that like he was doing Melanie a favor when he was clearly wanting to use her to grow his audience, not the other way around. I know you're too diplomatic to say this, but Jeremy is a fat retard, and I'm glad Karma's kicking his fat retarded ass. Happy birthday, Phoenix. Tiny can pick where my money goes, and that's 10. Tiny, what would you like?
Chun-Li, please.
All right,
Thank
10
you.
for Chun-Li. Coming a fan for 2 says, I had never even heard of Melanie Mack before she came on Side Scrollers. Jeremy can shove a rusty fork up his backside sideways. Thank you. Jewish as fuck, part 1. Stationed in Japan as a Marine, I had this short, dark-haired Mexican buddy I'd go out in town once. Once? Does he mean? Okay, anyway. Losing him in a crowd was a pain since all of their skulls looked the same from my 6'2". All right, and then part 2 comes in for 10. Another 10 says, to find him, I'd yell the hard R and see who turned around to look. Chun-Li. So that's 20 for Chun-Li. All right, clearing that. And then Thammelware for $4.99 says, MTV's ridiculousness is better content than quartering slop from Mai. So that's $4.99 for Mai. Zippius just came in and says that this is the best show in the internet. Literally changed my life when I was going through difficult times. This show got me through it. For Chun-Li, that's $5 for Chun-Li.
That's cool.
And I think we're caught up for now.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys very much for your support today. It's been outstanding. Kent also came in with 10. Says, my middle school history teacher used to enter the classroom and bring us to attention by saying, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. We would laugh. Crazy to see how his joke turned into reality. Hi, Tiny. $10 for the Game Boy. Thank you, Ken.
What?
Appreciate that. All right, Phoenix, let's get a quick update on our showdown here, my man.
Yeah, all right. Here we go. It's the gap is widened just a little bit. Here we go. It is $182.92 for Chun-Li and $153.07 for Mai Sharanui. Perfect. Got it.
You're on fire today, Phoenix.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that greatly.
That's great. That's wonderful. All right. I got a few stories here that I'm very excited to talk with you guys about. But this should piss everybody off.
Fun.
Yeah, I know. I would say this is, I wish I could say that I'm shocked by this, but I'm not. There was an interview with a member of the O.J. Simpson trial.
Fuck my life. Yeah.
Oh,
Phoenix, what do you remember about the O.J. Simpson trial?
Oh, man, that was literally the trial of the century. I mean, everyone who was alive during that time period, I don't care how old you were. I remember even in, I think it was like in middle school at the time, like we had a TV in the gymnasium when the final verdict was read out. Everywhere you went, people were talking about it. It was part of pop culture. It was part of SNL. Anywhere you went, on every magazine, the O.J. Simpson trial was the main topic for like a year or two, and it had so many colorful characters like Kato Kalin, this kind of goofy, blonde-haired, good-looking kind of guy that was involved with it. And you had, of course, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. Like everyone was a character, so it was in the cultural zeitgeist at the time.
Tiny, I'm sure you remember. You remember the experience of the O.J. Simpson trial? I mean, I think I was 12 or 13 when that was going on, but it was definitely
13.
Top of mindset for everything. Tiny, do you remember what it was like?
Yeah, like Phoenix said, I think there was a television in almost every classroom just so no one could miss it. And we would interrupt class to watch the updates that would be announced. And again, Phoenix said it all, that just all the fun culture before meme culture. This was it. And Kato Kalin, the original Oh Hi Mark, by the way. It was so much fun to watch. Like even as kids who didn't know anything, it was animated enough for us. Judge Ito being this drawn character, just chubby Asian dude sticking with Asians, blab, and freaking the whole thing was great. A lot of fun sayings and pre-meme culture memes. Yeah,
I will add one very important factor. This is like during when this came out, there was some race relations issues that were going on. We had the Rodney King beating. I don't remember how many years prior, but that was. I'm sorry.
I believe it was 92.
92, 93. So like, I don't, if you're unfamiliar with that, this was cops beating the crap out of this black guy, and that was everywhere. And so race relations were everywhere. And then all the cops got off. And so there was a lot of angry black people, and that's going to really feed into, I'm sure, what Craig's about to talk about.
Right. Thank you very much for that lead in there, Phoenix. This is one of the jurors from the O.J. Simpson's trial. And the trial of the century, as you mentioned, Phoenix, and was asked about that in particular.
Do you think that they're members of the jury that voted to acquit OJ because of Rodney King?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
How many of you think felt that way?
Oh, probably 90% of us.
90%? Did you feel that way?
Yes.
That was payback.
Uh-huh.
You think that's right?
Man.
90% of the jury
shrugged.
Didn't matter a damn thing. Talk about
I would have been way less
murdering.
Yeah. I would have been less angry because I'm very angry right now. I would have been less angry. She said, "You know what? We just loved him in those Naked Gun movies. He was such a funny goofball.
Yeah.
We loved him.
Yeah.
You can't put him. You can't
He
put
was
that
an
guy to
amazing
jail.
football player, one of the best I heard.
Yeah, that's honestly like it's. I don't think anybody's truly shocked when they hear that, right? Because
no one's shocked.
With all of the evidence that was laid out, there was the DNA stuff that came out later. DNA was still kind of coming into its fruition as far as technology and stuff, but there was so much laid out. I mean, he could have stood there with the knife, blood on it, with her head in his hand, saying, "I did it," and they still would have acquitted him.
Yeah, well, you got to add to that Mark Furman. Man, I know a lot about this trial. You remember Mark Furman, who was like the head detective or whatever it was.
Yep.
He was known to have said some racist comments in the past. And so when this DNA evidence was being brought up and the evidence being brought up, they were saying, well, look, he's racist. We have him saying X, Y, and Z in the past. So do you trust this guy holding on to this evidence? So that's what they did. They whittled down.
Right.
It didn't matter about the evidence. It mattered about the character who was holding on to the evidence, and therefore it could have been manipulated, etc. Any excuse for them to basically find a way to just get OJ off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blabs,
They did it. They won.
Yeah, Blabs, you literally weren't alive.
She was not alive.
I was -2.
Yeah, so what do you know about the O.J. Simpson trial? I mean, it was such an important,
Phil.
for us, it was, there's like the O.J. Simpson trial, there's 9/11, there's like COVID, there's these big things that happened throughout, I guess, my life that I go, okay, well, that was a big moment. And O.J. Simpson, the case, was one of them. But what are your perception of the O.J. Simpson trial?
So when I was a kid, I remember listening about it when I was pretty young, because it was still a thing to discuss, even 10 years later, or whatever. I always heard he was guilty, but got off no problem, and everyone thought it was absolute bullocks. That's all I remember hearing when I was a kid about it.
Right, and then later he created wrote the books that were like, if I did it, right? Yeah. It was very precise. But
I will find the real killer, he said.
Yes,
that's crazy.
I don't think he actually ever did, outside of looking in the mirror.
Except every morning, yeah.
and might I add, do you know how long it took for the jury to deliberate on if he was guilty or not? You know how many hours it was? There's your 4 hours. 4 hours.
I don't remember that. 4 hours.
When you think of the overwhelming evidence, I mean, of that, of what he, that led to his guilt, and then on top of it, just how savage these murders were. I'll get a little bit, like within inches of a spine, it was cut. The neck was down to the spine. This is pretty brutal shit. Only took 4 hours. That was it. He's innocent.
For something that was I think that's the most amazing thing about it is for something that was so talked about for months. This is they knew immediately when they went into that jury deliberation. I mean, 90%, 90% knew how they were going to go immediately. They didn't want anything to do with that. But that was a real eye-opening moment, I think, for me, seeing how corrupt things can be and how you can manipulate things, as his defense team did expertly, by the way. They did their job. They got him off. Was it fair? Absolutely not. But they also, I saw the documentary where they went out of their way and they changed the place where it was held. They worked with the jury to make sure that it was more people that were in line with him, i.e. black, who were going to think a certain way regardless of the evidence that were put together. I mean, and she's literally saying it, 90%. She's probably undershooting it, if I'm being totally honest with you. It was this idea of, well, it is what it is.
Yep.
That should infuriate everybody, black, white, gay, straight, Latino, whatever, in between, that there's people who are that fucking racist. And that's the thing that I think when I see that lady, wow, you're so fucking racist. So fucking racist. Unbelievable. Phil, anything on that?
I think we should let Derek Chauvin out.
Hell yeah, dog.
Yeah.
He was the dude on the neck, right?
I can't breathe.
Yes.
Sam Floyd, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the Asian dude in the back got arrested too.
He didn't do anything.
He was just standing there. I was like, what did he do?
How about just having like a cigarette or something?
Or some shit, right?
Hashtag stop Asian hate. There you go.
Yeah. Bring it back.
All right. Well, there's a little bit of uplifting things for you guys to know that the entire justice system is flawed and people will doesn't matter about evidence at any point. Disregard what you see with your eyes. Just go off your fifis. Your feelings will always win.
What I find fascinating is like that can't be, I'm sure someone who knows the law way better than I do. I.e., I have no understanding of it. That you can say something like that and not get in trouble for it. Like because that's you're admitting that you were not listening to any evidence. You didn't. You came in with a preconceived notion outcome. So that's already going against what your assignment was supposed to do. So at the very least, I would imagine, should be, I don't know, questioned. That's pretty bad.
It's only that group of people, and I do mean those people. You know what I mean? Like, what do you
Blabs
mean?
understands too.
What do you mean? But it's only Black people who are like that who do, and I don't even want to group them politically or anything like that because I follow a lot of Black conservatives also, and they all admitted that. They all voted for Obama 110% just because he was Black. Like they don't agree with him politically. They weren't in the party, nothing. Just they wanted to see a Black guy be president, and they admitted it. And they're like, we fucked up, but our Blackness overseeded our conservativeness, our Republicanness, and it's I hate to say it, but it's always Black.
Well, you ready to get scared, everybody? You figure if the culture keeps going the way it is, you figure you're going to have a lot of, especially the youth, as they're climbing up and getting older. This is a lot of woke people who start coming into power. That's going to be a lot of jury members, too. You ready if when someone accuses you of something, how well you're going to do? Because it's about to be the same fucking outcome. Get ready. Woo! It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that person is white adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
White adjacent.
Phil, you're fucked, dude. Just want you to know you are totally fucked.
That's the point I was getting to. Yeah.
Did you watch Rush Hour?
Can't commit crimes anymore. God damn it.
I can't eat bats and dogs anymore. It's over.
Phoenix, you were asking about if there's any legal, like, can she be prosecuted for this? And the answer is no. In the United States, once the jury is discharged after delivering its verdict, jurors are generally free to discuss the case, their deliberations, and their personal views or motivations publicly. This includes interviews, books, etc. By the way, this clip was from 2016. So this has been around for 10 years. And I actually remember watching this documentary. It's from ESPN's 2016 OJ Made in America documentary. And she made it, she didn't make those statements under oath, so they don't qualify for any sort of persecution or prosecution. So, yikes. Just kind of rough to see.
Fun.
Yeah, and what's it called again? 5 days ago, 2 years, 5 days ago was when he died, when OJ died. So it's like,
really?
Yeah, he died on April 10th, 2024, prostate cancer in Nevada.
What a mess.
Yeah.
What a fucking mess.
But great in those Naked Gun movies.
He's the best part.
By the way, did you see the new Naked Gun movie?
Yeah, it's all right.
I didn't.
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was
heard good
great.
things, yeah.
Yeah,
I heard
all
good.
right.
Yeah, me
And
too.
I actually like the third one the most, and then the new one the most of all of them.
Yeah, the new Naked Gun is actually really funny. Really is. It's stupid. It's enough stupid humor, but it's not dumb enough where you're like, oh, stupid but not dumb, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like Blabs. Just kidding, Blabs.
Oh my.
Just kidding, Blabs.
Makes it worse when she's just hurt. It's like I was expecting you to go fuck yourself.
I know,
now it's just hurt.
It was more like I had a lovely timeline cleansed, ready to go. And maybe I'm like, maybe he's got a point. Because I was going to say, sorry, I can't make it. I got band practice and I want to play this.
Well, hold on, Blabs. Hold on.
No.
Hold on.
And I'm like, maybe he's got a point.
Aww.
Oh boy.
Blabs, I do feel bad now. I'm sorry. I feel bad. I was expecting you to fire
You won't
back.
let me play the rubber chickens.
Well, yeah.
Let her play the rubber chickens.
Listen, Blabs, I do want you to play the rubber chickens after you read the super chats.
Oh. Fine. Anyway.
Give it up for Blatz for being so incredibly smart and talented, everybody.
Shut up, you're trying to fix your ways and it's not working.
Yay.
Soul Sliver for 5 says, can I do a correction to my previous 5 dono and this one to Mai? I forgot how underrated Mai was and deserves more love. So that would be 10 for Mai then.
All
Although
right,
I
listen.
hope you didn't say Chang Li the first time.
Let me just say this. Once your vote is in, there's no 2 a.m. ballot dump, all right?
so
Yeah,
just
I'm
5.
giving 5 for mine. That's it.
Yeah,
That's what I'm doing.
Like we can't do that, all right? It's
Yeah.
gonna be too messed up, all right? We got a very strict system. Sit up.
Cookie
Right.
Dawn for 5 says, Chun-Li, do you think there's a symbolism in Chun-Li's stage with that guy and the chicken in the background? Also, happy birthday, Phoenix.
Thank you.
So that's
I like
5 for
choking the
Chun-Li.
chicken.
You're gonna love this next video. Then you're gonna love
Gold
it.
Soul for 20 says, to yesterday's podcast, being a soul myself, I too know the feeling of loss. It's never great of a feeling. My sympathies to all, and just remember this, they are never truly gone as they are with you in memory and spirit. My. He puts the name at the end. 20 for my. Reese for 2 says MSNBC was stated just to cover the OJ trial, or started, I should say. That's how huge this cultural phenomenon was. Thank you very much. Commodore Fan for 2 says Phoenix ain't wrong about OJ. We all had to watch the trial in middle school, and at least here in SC, in my school, it even divided blacks who refused to see the truth against everyone else who did. And then Crispy Chickens! Wait till you see the video. For 20 says Dana Carvey had a great bit about the OJ trial in the 90s. Also, Mai was my favorite in King of Fighters. Her physics were the best part. This goes to her. That's 20 from Mai.
Awesome.
Now I can play my chickens.
Well, let's get an update before you do.
Damn.
Phoenix, where are we right now?
That 20 just changed things. It is $187.92 for Chun-Li and $198.07 for Mai
No, it's not.
Shiranu. Okay, it's not. Blabs. Let me know if they
Patrick just
updated.
came in for 20. Vote Chun-Li. He says,
All right.
I remember my dad watching the trial and he kept saying, that's not OG. I met. He visited a gas station my dad worked at in his youth, and my dad always said he was the kindest, most chill dude he'd ever met.
You talking about OJ?
Yeah.
Until he murdered somebody.
Yeah.
And then he
Lawyers
was
can be
murdered.
nice.
Thank you very much,
That's
Phoenix.
how they
Mostly
lure
violent
people
man.
with their niceness.
Mostly fiery, peaceful murderer.
Right.
Yeah.
He was the nicest guy until he slit her throat down to the bone.
Yeah.
So nice.
He got her to marry him somehow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
It was his big black attitude, which was great. Axebear Who Cares came in with $15. Says, keeping with the Asian theme, I'm reading Pachinko. It's a very good book. I'm also reading Fahrenheit 451. And y'all conversations about being on phones all the time reminded me of the themes. Also, YouTube didn't let me send this. Thank you very much, Axebear Who Cares.
I read Fahrenheit 451 in English class in my freshman year in honors English.
Best book?
Really? Of
Buzz.
everything you've ever read, that's your favorite book.
Well, Mein Kampf.
No, that's a good one.
And that'll be clipped. Can't wait for that. You saw Phoenix?
My struggle.
By the way,
Yeah, no, Fahrenheit's my favorite.
Ryan just DM'd me. He says, dude, you made Blabs tear up. How dare you?
Yeah.
Did I really make you tear up, Blabs?
No, you can't affect me.
Blabs, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. We're even now.
Okay, thank you. All right. All right. Blabs, to celebrate you and to give you the total floor to make things right, please let us have this wonderful cleanser of chicken.
So I saw this video yesterday, and I just all of a sudden kept thinking, sorry, I can't make it. I have band practice. So that's the title of this. It's just what the fuck? Can you imagine? It smells like Teen Spirit. Can you imagine what things so It's like, hang on, I really want to play with chickens in Teen Spirit. Like, how do you put two of it together, man? I'm actually crying. It's too fucking funny. Anyway, that's it.
Don't you feel like that's like the permanent soundtrack in her head at all times? Like that's just like
Yeah.
That's exactly what I would
blows
imagine.
his head off.
It makes me laugh. Like, I'm sorry, I can't make it. I got band practice.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna end it all today with the shotgun." Yeah, just-
Oh my god.
Damn, that got dark.
Oh
Well, the
my
shotgun
gosh.
squeak as well, though.
Well, Blabs, I'm going to make sure that gets clipped into a short
Okay.
of your reaction to that. The
That's
only
too
thing.
funny.
The only thing would have been better is if you were to be like, "Can you believe this guy's playing this with a chicken? What do you think?"
What do you think?
Oh my
Makes me
gosh!
really want to learn how to play this thing. You know?
You
I'm
gotta- Can you play it real quick?
Off
I'm
camera.
not allowed to. Yeah, Phoenix says I'm not allowed to play. Phoenix
Not
says not allowed to
allowed.
play it on camera. So I got this.
She can't squeak it a little bit, just once. Can she squeak it once?
There you go.
Yeah. Mhm. and then I also got this guy that I'm learning to play. It's pretty.
Oh, I like that.
Phoenix,
That's
no,
soothing.
that is what I imagine is in Blabs' brain at all times.
So yeah.
Can you play a little more, Blabs?
Hang on. It's
That's actually really soothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just constantly playing in Blabs' brain at all
There's
times.
always music up here, so yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is spectacular.
There's one more.
Oh, there's more. What,
There's
what
another
else you
instrument.
have?
Hang on, I'm just knocking things up. I got a little baby one, but he doesn't really do a whole lot.
Oh.
He just kind of like and you gotta like match to the tune of the song, and you gotta guess the song. But he also goes like this, squeak squeak. That's it. I'm done now. What? Stop! You're making it weird. You can go away now.
That's our Blabs. There she is. There she is, everybody. All right. Guess what, friends?
Quartering clearly didn't see the part of the show.
Yeah,
I think
like,
would have
dude,
changed his tune.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like if you listen, if you're gonna send it, if everybody can just clip that and send that to the quartering, that'd be really great. Just wonderful stuff. With that said, friends, if we can all just kind of move past that as best we possibly can while still embracing it, let's go ahead and move to another piece of happiness, which I know Blabs brings all of the joy. Which I previewed the list today.
Yeah.
All right, let's find out today in video game history.
Today in gaming history with Blabs.
I like orange.
She sure does.
That would be good to have as a snack right now.
I like orange.
Yeah. Anyway, so today, look at these guys, by the way, real fast. I'm pretty proud of it. Anyway, April 15th, everyone. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror was released in Japan in 1997. I didn't know this was a video game, but Disney Cory in the House was released in 2008. And then The Dark Side Detective, A Fumble in the Dark, was released in 2021. Ta-da!
Cory
in the House was a fun Disney show, I must say.
Let me just say this. This is the only show that will celebrate the DS classic from 2008,
Broke
Cory in the
Phoenix.
House. Phoenix, surely you have it.
Do you?
I probably do somewhere. Yeah, I have a lot of this dumb shit. Yeah. And if I don't, I will be getting it very soon. Very, very, very soon.
Going on eBay immediately to find Cory in the House.
Boy, that is a list. That is a list.
What does the gameplay consist of for Cory in the House?
That's a very good question.
Well, maybe we do an entire playthrough of Cory in the House for the
I don't
DS.
know if we can last the whole playthrough, but we can definitely try it.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned that, Tiny, because I actually have pulled up Cory in the House gameplay right here to share with everybody. And let me just say this. When I say this game is everything you'd expect it to be, this is exactly what you'd expect it to be. Check out this riveting gameplay of Cory in the House. By the way, give it up for Long Play Universe, who went out of their way to make a Cory in the House hard plus 100% bonus playthrough.
Part 1 of 3. There's more.
Yes. Someone's like, damn. And by the way, 106,000 views.
That's pretty good.
Should.
Those are
That's
my
really
ults.
good.
Sorry.
Yeah. So look at this. We got a little bit of rhythm action going on. Look at Corey playing them drums, Blabs.
Hell yeah. Go Corey.
Yeah. So
Did you know Corey in the House was a spin-off of That's So Raven?
Had no idea. Thank you,
Yeah,
Blabs,
this
for
is
sharing.
that's the brother in That's So Raven. And then he and the dad moved to the White House because the dad's a chef, so he's a chef at the White House. And so the kid, Corey, is friends with the president's daughter and everything like that. Yeah, I remember watching it when I was a kid.
Yeah?
Oh,
well,
man.
That's great, Blabs.
Context.
Who's that kid? Who's that guy running around stopping a...
That's the blonde kid. I totally forget his name. He's friends with them.
Yeah. He collects coins and stops on things. He looks like he's getting chased down. What a game, huh? Look at this. Hold on. Whoa, was that a watermelon in the stands?
It's a watermelon.
Whoa. Or maybe it's a backpack. Am I being too generous
I think it's a
here?
backpack.
I think it's a backpack.
That's racist.
I prefer watermelon.
Wow, that's unbelievably racist. Let's see. So it looks like, was music a big part of Corey in the House, Blabs?
I don't really remember that. No.
Okay, because every single thing that we've seen here has to do with music here in the first 45 minutes of the game, and lots of dialogue. For God's sakes.
Yeah.
I don't think what is Corey? He's shooting people. Corey in the House. What are you doing, Corey?
Yo. You got to start him off.
Yeah, we're trying to break stereotypes. Unbelievable. A lot of chasing happening right here. By the way, once again, 100% plus bonus thanks to Long Play Universe right there for Corey in the House. Great job, Blabs, with that. Some other noticeable games that you missed today, Blabs, includes Baseball Stars 2.
Yeah, but the first one was revolutionary, so I
Good
skipped
point.
it.
Actually, incorrect, Blabs. Baseball Stars 2 was revolutionary. It was more than just a sequel. It was the Street
It literally
Fighter
looks
2
like
of
it says
games.
assholes right there in the cover art.
See, ass
Assholes
ballers.
too.
Ass balls. I see ass,
Ass,
balls.
ass balls
Yeah,
are.
ass balls
Ass
too.
balls.
Arcade games.
So why did you not include it on the list for that reason and that reason alone?
You know, I thought there was too much ass.
There's never too much ass on our show,
never
Blabs.
does,
I'm the
no,
biggest
never
one
too
I hear.
much
That's right. Yeah. All right. Revengers of... Wow, what a name.
Oh my God, I love that title. Revengers of Vengeance.
That is crazy.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
my Lord.
great.
That sounds... Now I need to see this gameplay. Hold on.
Yeah.
This is great. Let's see. If I can close the Corey in the House gameplay real quick.
Do you have to, though?
Well, it's important. Oh, this game looks great. Okay. We have another gameplay produced for Sega. Thank you to World of Long Play for this right here. Let's go check this out. Look at these cutscenes here. We got a little cutscene here to start. Once it loads up, we got these thumbnails. This looks to be a fighting game here, Phoenix. Revengers of Vengeance right here. I feel like I need to download. I'm already at 360p, YouTube. What's going on?
I just like that people were confused about this group of people called the Revengers. Like, what do they do? They vengeance.
They're like the Avengers.
Fucking vengeance. Well, I wish I could share gameplay with you outside of just scrolling here on the bottom. Looks like there's some sort of fighting RPG. I don't even know.
Yeah,
I
it seems like be a little bit of everything.
Yeah. All right. Well,
That's pretty cool.
So maybe it's an RPG that when you attack the enemy, then it turns into a fighting game. Like that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Did we just accidentally stumble upon the greatest game of all time?
Potentially.
Yeah. Look at
There
this.
you go. There's dozens of frames in this game. Like dozens. Look at Organa versus Sarah. Shot! Hadouken!
Hadouken.
That's right. Oh, man, a downward thrust.
Look at that. No jiggle physics, though.
No, sadly.
Certainly not Chun-Li or Mai. I'll tell you that much. No. I feel like I need to skip ahead a little bit to see what happens after Organa beats Sarah. By the way, not 100% and not with the hard mode bonus here. Shame on you, War of Long Plays, for that. Well, there you go. Look at this. And it looks like there's some sort of RPG element to this as
That's
well.
what I'm saying. I think it's an RPG that I think that when you attack the enemy, it cuts to a fighting game is what I'm starting to think.
Wow.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that's actually pretty badass.
Yeah, Jub in the chat says, I'm going to have to play this. All right.
Yeah.
Sega CD. Right.
Thank God it was on the list.
Yeah, thank God.
Oh.
All right. Some other noticeable games that you missed today, Blabs, include Bomberman Kart DX, which I did not know that existed.
See, didn't miss shit then if you didn't even know it existed.
But it is a Bomberman game. You mentioned Kirby and the Amazing Mirror.
Did you ever, when you're ever playing Bomberman, did you ever like stop and like just for like 1 second think about like, oh, look at these adorable characters throwing explosives at one another, like the worst possible death imaginable. And these little cute cartoon characters. I never got around that. Very violent.
I love that you thought about that.
Yeah, you can hit me with the gong if you'd like. That's fine.
No, I do. That's,
I like it.
Gran Turismo 5, which probably should have on the list, but Disney Core in the House.
Core in the House takes precedence here. Thank you.
18 years ago. Outrun Online Arcade. That was a fun-ass game. That game looked beautiful, by the way, for being 17 years ago. That was awesome. No More Heroes. Heroes Paradise. Right there. Oh, man. 2014 FIFA World Cup.
Shakira.
Remember the Vuvuzelas?
Yeah.
From the Brazil World Cup?
Mm-hmm. That was a good
big.
World Cup, actually.
Oh, no. Trials Fusion.
Great game.
Released 12 years ago for the PlayStation.
It's not revolutionary.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Bravely Second. We got a Rick and Morty game right there. Gourmet Warriors released for the Super Nintendo. That's not accurate. That must have been a homebrew game or something.
For Super Nintendo 7 years ago? No way.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about
that. That's a homebrew. Has to be.
Cleaning Up released today.
Ooh.
And I know.
Cleaning?
For that.
Cleaning Up?
Yes.
Hang on. I gotta go find this
Oh,
one.
Blad's over
You're
here.
excited.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
It's made for women.
I think this is it. I don't know. Can I see it again?
Yeah, sure, Blabs. Here you go.
Should just be called Being a
It
Woman
is.
Simulator.
Yes, I found it. You can even save 10% off. But the thing is, it was released. I'm totally playing this.
Oh, sorry.
what
Here you go.
Look, you're cleaning.
Yep.
Wow.
She does love her vacuuming.
I cleaned last night.
I'm sure
Great
of
Blabs.
it. Yeah.
Where's the Steam button? Where at wish list? I'll get it later.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, thanks, Blabs. I'm glad you can go check that out. That's wonderful. All right. Great place to stop today.
We're not done with supers.
I know. We got some supers because this thing's about to get really intense. I can feel. Phoenix
And by
is
the
gonna-
way, just a quickie, like I do have to talk to the person who developed this because I don't know, Blab, did you see that in there? There was a super chat for $50,000.
Yeah, I made a note for that. It's because it's not doing currency exchange.
Okay. All right. So everything's fine. Okay.
Yeah, I made a note. I made a note. Don't worry. I got
would've
so
been
many.
really nice.
I got so many sticky notes.
1,000.
Yes. If anybody wants to just hand out $50,000, that'd be.
Yeah,
that'd be
that
wonderful.
was either I think it was IDR.
I'll get Blabs a payday bar. It'll be wonderful.
Just one.
Yeah, full pack. for
Wow.
$50,000.
You're cheap.
Oh.
I wouldn't. You would. I
want more than one payday, about $50,000.
I thought he went overboard. I
Yeah,
thought he was being
I-
generous, actually.
You get a
I'm with
tic
you.
tac, all right, there, Phoenix.
All right,
Do I?
Blabs, why don't you-
One, not even a pack, just one.
Let's
Yeah,
go and
orange.
fire on.
All right.
Let's go and see where we're at here, Blabs. Blabs, why don't you get these
Okay.
supers? Then we'll get Phoenix's update.
Okay, I want to make sure. Oh, hang on. They keep coming in. All right. Boop. All right. Oren for 20 says, for my. Thank you very much. Let me go and clear that one out. Boop. Crumbs for 10 says, both characters are very hot, but Mai's hotter. That's 10 for Mai. Bike Shorts, 10 for Chun-Li because a thigh job for her would send me to heaven. Oddly specific. Commoner Fan for 2 says, thanks, Blabs. We're all now dumber for having watched this chicken bullshit, and you should be ashamed. I am not. I'm very proud of that video. It makes me laugh. Do What David Does for 2 says, My So Bouncy. $2 for my. Hail Neo Geo. So that's 2 for my. Third is King for 20 says, Blabs has the Mr. Rogers theme machine with the penultimate music. Mo for my. Okay, so it's 20 for my. Hayden for 10 says, I can't remember which website it is, maybe IGN, but Cory in the House is the highest rated game of all time by user votes. Yes, seriously. 10 for Chun-Li. That's hilarious. Game Hunter Series for 10 says, one of my childhood dreams is to visit Japan, to watch a sumo wrestling match, enjoy good food, and go fishing. Now all these nuisance streamers are ruining it for anyone who wishes to travel. Money on my. That's $10 for my. The Wastelander for 5 says, Blabs, you're fired. Someone escort her out of the building, please. 5 for Chun-Li, by the way. Can't fire me. Gold for 15 says, Blabs, you're safe for another day. B+ for my. So that's 15 for my. And then we just came in with a 50, so let me grab some boobs for you guys. Not mine. Here you go. Victus Omega for $49.99 says thighs save lives for Chun-Li. That's $49.99 for Chun-Li.
Oof. There it is right there. I think
that
it's gonna
literally just changed it. It was that last one that changed it.
Or stop super chatting.
We got another one from Commodore Fan. He says, Blabs, you didn't have the Outrun on the list. You should be ashamed, as the physical copies of OR Coast to Coast go for decent money, and Sega pulled it off Steam because of the Ferrari license, the bastards. I just hear a lot of complaining from you, and I just don't have time for that. So, thank you, though.
All right, let's get Victus Omega on the wall. I do want to let you know, Tenarian came in with $10. Says Bomberman Kart is actually fantastic. It has a whole extra unlockable Bomberman roguelike dungeon crawler hidden on the disc. $10 for Mai and Poppy. Thank you very much, Tenarian.
Let's go.
Thank you very much.
It has now changed again.
All right, let's.
No!
Blaz, do we have Poppy hanging out in the back anywhere?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, hang on. Phoenix got it.
There's Phoenix. There you go. Phoenix, let's do. Oh, sorry, one more time there. I'll get him. Phoenix, let's get Poppy, and then let's go to our.
We need
an
a full
update
screen
here.
for that one.
There you go.
Thank you very much. Hey, Poppy, great to see you. Thank you very much, Tenarian, for your support. Victus, I'm going to get you on the wall. While Phoenix, you give us an update on our. Oh wow!
282.91 for Chun-Li, and then 285.7. That last super just changed it.
Someone super chat again right now.
Mai is leading
right now for Chun-Li.
For $5, he says, CVS 2 is great. This is tuna and bacon and true love we're making for Chun-Li. That's $5 for Chun-Li.
Okay.
Yes!
Let's go! All right, now stop super chatting.
Phoenix, put 3 minutes on the clock. Okay?
Oh.
At 3 minutes, that is when we're done. You see it? There is a $2 difference between the two. Once that timer is done at 3 minutes, we will be done. Right now, Chun-Li 287.91 to Mai 285. Oh, this is clearly the closest showdown we've ever had. This is ridiculous. Unbelievable. Do thighs save lives, or are breastises the bestises? That's really what we're coming down here right now.
Only if they're hard and cancerous, right, Phillip?
Yeah. Let's go. I'm ready for that.
All right, we have just a just a little bit left. 44 seconds. Thank you very much, Phoenix. Appreciate that.
No, it's counting up. Counting up.
Patrick for $10 says, I can't let Chun-Li lose.
All right,
let's go.
10 for Chun from Patrick right there.
Mythical for what the hell is Ron? What currency is that? Can someone Google the translations as I throw them in here?
Yeah, I got it.
Currencies.
Ron 24.
Who the hell is Ron? Anyway,
Weasley,
SSJ
of course.
Lau for $5 says for Phil's dad, Chun-Li.
Let's
right.
go.
That is Romanian Lou. That's $5.80 right now.
All right.
Where does that 580 go to?
That that goes to Mai.
All right. Once again, at 3 minutes, we're cutting this bad boy off.
Chun-Li's up by 12.
You got SSJ Lol came in with 5. Says for Phil's dad, Chun-Li. There's $5 for Chun-Li right there. Then we have Dr. Choose King says for $10 for Mai and her memories. Thank you very much, Dr. T. Planet Will with $50. Came in says Chun-Li, enough said. Also, Black Chicken for the win.
Let's go!
May have just put this thing in the rearview mirror right here. The Planet Will. Unbelievable.
Chicken supremacy.
Let's find out.
Dog.
We have 1 minute left right here. Once it hits 3 minutes, we are DON done.
All right, well, we have Soul Silver for $5 says, this one goes for Mai, please. The Wastelander for $5, I'm a Thigh Man, Chun-Li. That's $5 for Chun-Li. Vescarbino for $5 says Mai. And then Planet Will we just got. I'm going to do that. Okay, then we got Samurai Knights for $5 says for Mai, the Queen of Fighters.
45 seconds.
Oh my god,
Oh,
this
we're
is
close.
so much work. Okay, Fat Boy, that's a great name for 10 says Mai all the way. That's 10 for Mai. And
15 seconds.
Holy shit, Patty Quinn for $100.
What?
Holy
Chun-Li.
shit!
For
What?
Chun-Li.
Holy shit.
It is done.
2,
Oh my
1.
God!
We are done. As Dr. T came in with 10 for Mai at the last bit right there.
How much was that?
Dr. T was my $10.
10, okay.
That is serious shit.
Unbelievable. What a last second push.
Here's your boobies.
Wow. Unbelievable.
I follow her.
Unbelievable.
She's great. She's a great follow.
Of course you do, Phil.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I'm
So
surprised
those got
you
bigger
actually.
after she got pregnant. Yeah, so.
All right, the count is done. Phoenix.
That's it. So Chun-Li with $462.91 versus Mai's $335.87, which of course means that the winner is in fact Chun-Li.
In the battle of Chun-Li versus Mai, we know that today, April 15th, 2026, everybody will look to today as the defining factor of who is greater. To give the acceptance speech on behalf of Chun-Li, Bing Ching Ling.
Okay, thank you everybody for voting for China #1. So be sure to like and subscribe to the Side Scroller channel to get more competition in the future. 学邮票票.
Wow. Beautiful.
Wow. It was like being serenaded.
Yeah.
And you were serenaded.
Yes. I also want to laugh that Jackie was tiny. I don't know who you are. Was just clapping her hands while Greg was doing this. Anyway, Turkey Dawn for 2 says, did Chum-Li from Pawn Stars steal his name from Chun-Li or just coincidence?
Oh, I think he absolutely stole it from Chun, for sure. All right, a great place to wrap, as we now know conclusively that Chun-Li is vastly superior, that thighs do, in fact, save lives. Thank you, chat, for your support today. Absolutely wonderful. Bing Ching Ling, would you like to tell everybody where they can find you?
Yeah, you guys can check out my channel at Mr. Phillip Chan on YouTube, and then also check out Project Eggroll on Saturdays. That's it. Thank you so much for having me on again.
And Asian number 1, Tiny Panda Face. What about
Ming
you?
Na Wen.
You find a Tiny Panda Face on Rumble, guys, and on X and on Instagram. Thank you so much. Holler at your bitches.
Hey, holla at you, bitches. All right, sounds good. We had just had Gold Soul Ninja came in with this and says, I'll be taking my soul for my master now. Just a little more for more L's to gather. Thank you very much, Gold Soul Ninja. Appreciate your support. And all y'all support today. Appreciate you guys popping in. Do us a favor. Would you mind hitting the thumbs up button? And if you're new, hit the subscribe button. We have a great little thing going on over here. We're glad you're with us. Join the 142,000 normal men who have found us over on YouTube, the 43,000 normal men who have found us over on Rumble, the thousands, possibly millions who have found us over on Kick and on Twitch. And of course, you can find us over on Spotify. We will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time, and we are joined by...
Korsh.
Yes, wonderful. That should be a great show tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Kirsha, always a pleasure to have her on. With that said, have a great rest. What is going on over here?
Such a good image.
Yeah, whoever drew that.
I saw that fucking episode. I died the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
I love you, Tiny. You're the best. The fucking best.
Stupid.
All right. Thank you, Tiny. Appreciate you. All right. Tomorrow we're joined by Kirsha. Should be a great show as always. Whenever she's on, I'm sure we'll have lots to talk about. So tune in. Make sure you turn on that bell so you get notified whenever we go live. Have a great rest of your day. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal? Go get it. Have a great rest of your day. See you later. Bye-bye.
Fatality.
What are you doing, Phil?